Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tomb of Annihilation here on Celtic Cajun RPG. Oh man, it's been a week. It's been a week, y'all. Anyway, I guess I should say, how are you all doing? Anybody have anything nice and fun they want to talk about?
No, I want to play D&D.
Yeah,
I've
The
had a
nice-
horrible week. I want to play D&D.
the nice
That's-
and fun thing is that we're here.
That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, we are. We're here, right? Probably y'all more than me. I don't know. I don't know. So, let's just go ahead and jump into some intros and get this show on the road. Cause, D&D. Josh, how are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Yeah?
I want to play my cowboy.
Your cowman?
My cowman, my sweet gentle cowman. Makes everything better.
Who's your cowman?
I just want to say Neve says we're quite quiet. I don't know if we're quiet on Streamlabs or something, or maybe I don't know. I just thought I'd say before we dove too deep into talking to each other.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Neve. Hi.
Hi, Neve. We miss you.
All of you are. So including
Tempest
Kirk, then.
concurs that we are quiet, so I think it's our end, not Twitch's end.
Alright, how's that? Is that better for everyone?
Hey, Neve sub.
Are
Thanks,
we
Neve.
loud and crisp and beautiful, everybody?
Because according to Streamlabs, we're, in the yellow.
Whack it up.
Alright,
Get,
alright.
Pump up the jam. Up to
How about that?
Yeah. I'll wait and see. I assume we've probably got like a 5-second delay, right?
Yeah.
So let's see what they say in 5 seconds, huh?
Much better.
Yes, much better.
Beautiful.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Could go higher.
Alright, if I put it any higher, we're gonna peak.
Yeah.
Okay.
Goes up
I don't
to
want to
11.
blast people at 100% ears off.
No
Alright.
eardrums allowed. Not on this stream.
Yeah. Alright, cool. I mean, I'm almost positive that it has something to do with the freaking Windows update I did today, because I had to reroute my mic because sound, it became a problem. So what were we doing? We were introducing.
Weird intros, right?
Yeah.
I'm playing Medarin. I'm a Furbolg Circle of Shepherds Druids.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yay.
Um,
And I'm out on a field trip with my family and our adopted friend.
yeah. With all that head shaking, I think I'm just gonna jump straight to the undead gamer. How are you doing?
Nah. Right, right, y'all. Here's the thing, chat, everyone. Right, I am in this fucking jungle with this fucking cow family. I was not prepared for this nonsense. I'm here to try and save the place from fucking undead nonsense. And I go there with my buddy, and she now pisses off. And now I'm just here with a bunch of cow folk, just doing things. Right? We met lobster people. This place ain't okay. Y'all, there's insects everywhere. Boy could get malaria. Like, not.
I mean, you're a paladin. I'm pretty sure you're immune to disease, right?
Well, let's hope. So, I haven't won D&D yet. I'll just put it this way. But I am playing a Wood Elf Paladin, Oath of the Ancients, your boy Keller Kiel. And I'm just trying to cope with the current circumstances.
Oh. Excellent. Oh, it's gonna be a session.
Yeah.
Cool. So, Prue, how are you doing today, my darling?
Hello, I'm okay. I did the thing that you sometimes do when you have depression, where you stay in bed till like 4 p.m. until your cat is like, I think you should get out of bed, and you're like, wow, if my fucking pedigree ragdoll cat that is literally bred to lie down is telling me to get up, I should probably get up. And now I'm here playing D&D, and I'm excited.
Excellent.
Yeah,
playing.
and I will be Fernerin, the sweet little Uwu Furbolg cousin to Meadowrin, and the granddaughter to Briarin, and she is just a life cleric who worships Eldath, and Eldath blesses her every day, and Eldath is good, and Eldath is pure, and yes, she's just lovely.
Excellent. And
Bless.
rounding out that, Furbolg threesome. That sounds a little wrong.
Yeah, good.
Well, I mean, it's probably one of the. It's
No,
definitely in the
shut up,
top
Rob.
hits. Okay.
No.
B, how are you doing today?
Rob's just mad because he's the Fresh Prince of Cholt. That's what's going on. He's mad about it.
Hashtag Wincest.
He's had to move to the family.
Oh, don't
Cross
say
state.
that.
I feel like it's a little bit backwards from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air though, because instead of like
Born and
rags to
raised
riches, he's gone the other way around.
He's gone back to nature.
in the
I'm-
jungle where I spend most of my days.
I'm happy to be here, and I'm looking forward to playing Briarin, a much more cool version of myself. And I love my little family, and I'm loving this group. And Briarin is a barbarian totem warrior, I believe it's called.
Excellent.
Path of the totem warrior. There you go.
Cool.
I love barbarian stuff because it's like primal path. That's like their subclass, which is a cool thing.
It's very cool. Very in touch with nature and such.
So, in case any of these lovely people on the internet weren't here last week, or the last 4 weeks, or however long we've been playing this game, I don't remember anymore. Anybody want to do the recap, or shall I just do the random?
Last time on Tomb of Annihilation, at the kilted Cajun Arapaja. Go on, Josh. You clearly want to talk.
So started off a little ways north of Camp Vengeance, I think it's called. I think that's the one full of dickheads, not the one full of zombies. Passed without a trace and a little bit of other stuff. Went and stole our boat back, took it all the way down the Aldanni Basin, had a run-in with some grung. Got to the Aldanni Basin, and then the lobster people were like, "We don't want you to be here. Please go away." And then we're like, "Oh, okay, sure." So we decided to go west to seek knowledge from some dude whose name I will pull up right now. The Wise Guardian of Urolanga, west of Mbala. And that's where we're headed now. We've kind of completed our quest with Inate, but we said that we wanted to sort of help her out and stick to it to the end, as it were. And that's sort of where we're at right now. So we're kind of making our way out of the Aldanni Basin towards Mbala.
Yep. Definitely. We had a little run-in with some grung that tried to kill y'all, prior to reaching the
that
Aldanni
happened.
Basin, but...
I did say that.
Did you? I missed it.
Yeah.
I missed it as well.
It's fine. Nobody listens to me. It's fine.
I listened.
Got 8 charisma. That's in real life
bad.
as well as on my
funny.
character sheet.
This is why I tried to do the recap.
Ooh. Right. One day I'm actually going to write the campaign recap and record it, but that will probably not be this month.
Previously in Cholt.
Previously. Okay, so we are just west of the Aldanni Basin. We are like 2.5 hexes away from Mbala. So I guess I'll go ahead and take us over to the map for the internet. And I believe y'all were camped. If y'all weren't, y'all are now. Y'all have taken a long rest. And
Nice.
I'm going to give y'all some weather. Hey, that's a nice cool 30 degrees.
Interesting.
A nice day.
It's not bad. A little bit of a wind, a couple of showers, not too bad. That's actually probably the nicest
That is probably the
day's
nice-
weather we've had so far.
Accurate. All right.
What a lovely day.
Cool. Right. So, where are you intending on heading?
West.
Yeah.
Go
The northern one or
west,
the
Bala.
southern one? Take your pick.
Do we want to kind of stick more to the tree line in the hopes that there's more to forage, or do we want to go along the more open ground?
There's no river in this direction, right? I'm not
Correct.
being silly.
No.
Yeah.
The river is like behind us in here.
Yeah, and then it turned into a big swamp.
As long as we're like away from the lobster people's territory. Like,
Yeah,
there's
I think
enough of a
actually maybe we
distance.
make a point to go north one then,
Yeah.
just so that they're definitely like
Yeah.
they're gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Foraging
agree with
doesn't
you.
Cool.
So yeah,
Um,
so going to this hex preferably.
Just to really respect
Let's,
their boundaries.
Yeah.
Quite literally.
let's go ahead and get a navigation roll from you there. And we can do some foraging and
I want to ask a question.
Yes.
While I forage, can I also be on the lookout for a tree with really, 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 really big leaves, big rubbery, waxy leaves, so that I can pull down everyone a little umbrella, and you know, just like in My Neighbor Totoro, when Totoro puts the little leaf hat on his head. I want to get everyone a little a leaf umbrella for the day.
It's a cute film, man.
okay. So
Big old leaves.
Meterin does navigation. You and Annette have been doing foraging, or is it just you doing
It's on
foraging
yourself? It's on perception.
Yeah,
The advantage is on
that's
perception.
Yeah, I've just been doing the foraging on my own. I did also only just get a 12. Oh no, that's nature. I need to do survival. Maybe I'll get a higher survival. I'm an idiot. No, I didn't. I don't think I'm getting. I don't think I'm getting my cool leaves.
because y'all are not on the boat. Because you're having to leave it on the bank unless you want to carry it through the jungle. That means color is available for something.
Oi, oi.
So, are y'all porting the canoe or leaving
Kelly,
it
do you
on
want to
the
help
bank?
me find leaves and plants and delicious root vegetables?
Sure, I ain't got much going on.
Nice.
Are we leaving the boat then? You went through awful lot of trouble just to get it.
I wonder if we could tie our ropes to it and one of the furbolgs pulls it like a sled behind them, because we have the powerful build trait. It means we have to cut a weird path through the forest, but
So, like, the furbolgs are strong enough to be able to carry the canoe. It's not super heavy. But if you drag
Okay.
it behind you, you're gonna bang it up and probably crack it. 'cause it's
okay,
just a
that's
wood canoe.
fair.
Is there
I will help carry
Also, I'd
it.
imagine it's a bit ungainly if it's big enough to hold 3 furbolgs.
Yeah.
I don't mind carrying it with one other person and just, you know, having a little
Also,
sing-song wandering
aside
around
from
with
damaging it, you'd also, if anyone's following us, they'll be able to track us really fucking easily.
I don't mind help carrying it.
I mean,
But the only people that follow us are the nice lobster people, and they're not to be feared.
the 2 furbolgs that are carrying the canoe will be protected from the rain.
Oh yeah. I will happily help carry this canoe. What a lovely space
Alright.
inside here. Thank you. Too old for this weather.
He's gonna steal my secret stuff.
I'll carry it with you, Granny. I don't like getting wet in my chainmail. It feels horrible.
Oh, it's not-
Absolutely fucking love to roll above a 5 on a dice, FYI, because I think that's the 3rd or 4th one in a row that I've rolled.
The only thing is, does
Sub 10.
carrying it affect the perception at all, or
No.
foraging or anything like that? Okay, cool.
No, there's enough of y'all.
Cool.
So let me.
Just clarifying.
some stuff here. Cool. Alright. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Alright, so you can go ahead and move your party token to the hex you're intending on moving to, and the day will pass. Will y'all be doing some watches?
Yeah, I think probably the same as
Probably an idea too.
what we've been doing before.
Okay, cool. Let's first watch. Go ahead and roll your perception check.
Is it
Fern?
me? Yeah.
I think it's Fern, me, then Keller, then Kenner,
Done.
and Granny.
Hey, that's not awful.
All right. So, as you know, the rain's coming down and the sun is beginning to set. You know, the temperature's cool for Chalt. You're just chilling out and relaxing, and with the tarps and the canoe, you know, y'all have a fairly dry-ish camp. The first watch passes with no incident. Second watch.
Or I'll cast Dark Vision on myself.
Mhm.
27, natural 20.
Oh, nice.
Oi.
So
Sees everything.
you are very very accustomed now to this routine, and you know, this is the jungle and your home. So you're super perceptive, and like you can see the different creatures crawling through the jungle and all that stuff, making a wide berth around you. And you hear some, you know, some like thumping of giant creatures. Nothing unusual for you. You're fairly sure there are dinosaurs roaming around. But second watch passes with no incident. Let's go ahead and get third watch, Keller.
Mm-hmm. 14.
Cool. You know, you're not as super perceptive as Meadow, but you don't appear to notice any problems as the third watch passes. And for fourth watch, don't know which one of you wants to make the actual roll.
Is it just a single roll?
You're with advantage, I think, because you help each other.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll roll with advantage.
Cool.
Dirty
All right.
20.
Cool. You will successfully complete a long rest, and a new day of travel is upon you. Where do you want to head?
West.
Is Imbala in the next one? I can't.
So
tell.
it's the one after.
Yeah,
like,
it's
not
We're
today,
just
but
short of
early
it, yeah.
tomorrow.
2 squares, yeah.
Okay. So really
So yeah, aiming for that square to the west of us, basically like the one that is slightly above where it says Mbala, rather than actually into the tree line itself.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get a navigation roll.
Fuck me, 18.
Okay. Cool.
That's still good.
Just be nice to roll above a 10, you know?
It is. It is cool.
Perceptions?
Yes. Let's get perception and foraging.
Yay! Forage, forage,
Oh, I should give
forage.
y'all the weather.
Oh yeah.
It's still not bad. Slightly warmer, but
It's been a nice couple of days.
Oh no! What is the weather setting us up for?
I know it. Ready
It's
to
into too much welcome to Night Vale to be fair. I think other than terror when I hear the weather.
I'm gonna.
Freeze the gas cloud.
Oh. Oh.
As long as we don't go to the dog park, I think we'll be okay.
okay. So you will travel on through the day, and at some point it will occur to Meterin that you
We got turned around.
got turned around. Um, you were actually in this square to the northwest, so you can make it into the hex that your token's on to today.
Okay.
But you will find food.
So what's happened there then? Have I lost the day of travel, or have I gone like too far one direction?
Okay, so yeah, like y'all originally started off in this hex here, all right? And you attempted to travel to this hex.
Yeah.
But you went too far north. You were actually there.
Right, sure. Cool.
So now today you'll make it into here.
Oh, that's fine.
All right. So mark off, your salves and whatnot, because I'm pretty sure y'all are still applying those.
Oh yeah, I'll get rid of 2 of my insect juices.
And
have we been all right with foraging, or do we need to remove a ration?
y'all have been all right with foraging. I will let you know when you fail with foraging. So another day will pass. I'm not going to bother make y'all rolling checks for watch tonight. Nothing's going to happen. And the weather for tomorrow is cooler, but heavy wind and heavy rain. Not a tropical storm, but it's not far off from it. So if y'all need a reminder of what heavy wind and heavy rain apply to y'all, let me pull up the heavy rain and heavy wind. Basically, you're going to be at disadvantage for navigation, disadvantage for fighting. Ranged missile attacks will be at disadvantage. You won't be able to see further than 50 yards. Yeah.
Where's the disadvantage for the navigation?
It's
perception.
Oh, yeah, it's perception.
Will that become a straight wall with 2 people helping each other?
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so you're right. It's not on navigation. That's only during a storm that has disadvantage. Yes, so if y'all have 2 people helping over something that the perception or whatever, it becomes a straight roll instead. But
Okay.
No, they don't, like, the disadvantages don't stack. So
yeah.
Cousin, I know we got a little lost yesterday. Perhaps, Keller, you're very good at forests. If we all walk under the boat today, perhaps the 2 of you can put your heads together. I'm sure I can find a couple of things to eat on my own, and then maybe, yeah, you will find our way more easily with Keller's good knowledge. Not doubting you, cousin. You're really good too. You're really, really good.
Yeah, that's all right. I can help. I mean, obviously, Medarin knows these jungles better than I do. I'm more of a forest dweller than a jungle dweller, but yeah, I'm sure we can. Stick our heads together.
I have no qualms with this. It's always a bit funny the first few days in a new environment, trying to get your bearings. Once I've worked it out, I think we'll be fine. But I would gladly accept your help, Keller.
Also, don't help that we don't really know where the fuck we're going. Just hoping we'll stumble upon these red pricks at some point, and then off we go.
I think we are looking for a town or a city, and then that might lead us to these red pricks, as you said.
Yeah, we're certainly looking for some sort of settlement. That I agree.
So that might make things a wee bit easier.
Yeah.
All right.
I assist.
All right.
25.
1.
It's a bit more like it.
Oh. Something might sneak up on us, though.
Well, we still got a nay with us, haven't we?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's a disadvantage roll, so now it's just a straight roll. Less sad.
So, you want to go ahead and move your party token to whatever hex you're attempting to go into. And,
I'm not gonna lie, guys. If a 25 doesn't get us where we need to be, I don't really know what will.
We're never gonna get out of this jungle.
I literally can't hit the next difficulty class up at this level, so.
So, you travel on. It's a trudging day, you know, the rain is just pissing down, wind is blowing, leaves. You can't hear anything except for the thundering of rain hitting on leaves and sloshing mud in your boots.
Can
is
can
hard.
Fern be singing a little song in time with the absolute random timing of the rain? She's probably not very good at singing, everyone.
I love it.
But just trying to keep everyone's morale up. She's just doing a little song about Eldath. I can't ad-lib one off the top of my head because Prudence isn't that good at that kind of thing.
You want to roll a performance check?
Yeah, we'll see how good this little song is. Hell yeah!
Net 20 for a 19.
What? I'm a -1 into performance.
Cool. So
Anybody wishing to convert to Eldath, speak to me over the campfire tonight.
you know what it is? It's all the little pools of water. You know, you're
It
just blessed
is.
by Eldath and
I know.
inspired.
Blessing me.
I know what song it is. It's the song from Babby, Drip Drip Drop Little April Showers. That one. It's gotta be that one.
Oh, no, what's the Christian ones that I'm thinking of? Water, water of life. Eldath gives us the water of life. It's
Oh my God.
water.
I mean, to be fair, nobody
Yeah.
owns the DCMI on that because it's
Yeah.
literally a hymn, so.
Eldath gives us the water of life. I mean, if we get copyright struck by like the Vatican, I apologize.
Just the fucking Pope just fucking repels through Prue's window with a rifle. Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Kirk,
Anyone from the Vatican is watching this.
Keller straight up walks off into the jungle
Into the
and leaves these
jungle.
three. Just fucking goes.
Bye.
But I got a 19 on the performance check, Callum.
Okay.
I'm doing a
know,
very good song.
I'll play their weird uncle next or something. Like that's clearly where this is going.
He's not
like-
allowed to leave. He's not allowed to leave. I'll browbeat him into looking like he's
Okay.
enjoying the song. I'm sort of like, you like this song? My granddaughter.
You like what you
singing
hear,
this.
don't you,
Yeah.
Keller?
This is my grandbaby singing a song.
Do you
Look
do
at this
you-
macaroni picture she drew me as well.
Do you actually want to go off into the jungle?
Oh, yes, but I don't. Like inside he does.
You look like you're about to leave. Fern will definitely just be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I know you sometimes find my chipper personality a little grating. I can just hum instead if you like." And then I'll just hum instead.
Look, I'm just going to be completely real with you guys on an OC note. If another character leaves this party, Meadow will walk off into the jungle because he thinks it's him. Like,
Oh my God.
I'm on like,
Do you know what? Medarin's the most
him.
Medarin's the most tolerable furbog because usually he keeps them.
Wow.
Just keeping it real.
So again, I have +5 to my unarmored strike.
Just putting that out there.
Same.
Okay.
Unarmed
I'll
strike.
hum so
unarmored.
can not hear me over the rain, Kayla. There you go.
Here, look. Just for Keller, I'm gonna turn up the rain. Hold on.
Can we turn up the rain? Just a little. Just turn up the rain.
There we go.
Turn up, right.
Hold on. We got some gusty wind too, so let me throw in a little bit of that.
They're not going to hear us on the fucking podcast.
They don't need to hear us.
Not fair. Why are we here?
All right. Cool. So, it is a miserable night at camp. Obviously, the weather is just god awful. But I will give you the forecast for the next day. The rain will be heavy still, but there won't be any wind, and the temperature is going to drop to a chilly 27 degrees.
It's gonna be really really cold and wet. I mean, 27 isn't that cold, right? But like,
It is for Joel.
as in, we're not going to be able to dry out our clothes at any point.
Yeah.
We're just going to be fucking soaking. Oh wait, I will prepare. I have create destroy water prepared. In the morning, everyone that wants dry clothes has to strip down to their goddamn long johns, and then I'll destroy water on the pile of clothes in the middle.
No. No. Hella no.
Hella.
Oh no. I don't think he wears underwear. Get in here.
Yeah, when Keller strips down, he's just got a leaf there.
Just randomly hovering in place.
Yeah. Praise the old gods.
I was imagining like a jock strap of finely sculpted leaves.
Wow, I mean, I'm coming to proof of my fan art then.
Wow.
Okay. So the night will pass with no incident, and so will the morning.
Send your complaints to singularityjosh@gmail.com.
Let's
Bloody.
let's go ahead and get some navigation.
Kelly, you helping me still or what?
Oh, do you want to ask a bit nicer? Like, wow. Yeah.
This is Josh asking Rob.
Are you gonna help or what, dude?
Josh, totally done with Rob's shit. Yes, I will assist.
Wonderful. 28.
Sorry, the image from the morning of poor little Fern just being like, "Hello everyone, if you want me to dry your clothes, just pop them into this little tree stump here," and then just Keller just, whoa, no. Poor little Fern.
Y'all are something else.
To be fair, she is like a cleric, so she's probably dressed a lot of like wounds on naked bodies before. She's probably not that weird about it, you know? It'd be weird for a nurse to be weird about naked bodies.
It's kind of like a nature thing as well. Like, and plus we're like cow people. We're furry all over. We just.
So I will say that, like, over the last day or so, y'all haven't really been in the jungle so much, as y'all have been in more hilly terrain with rocks and things of that nature. About 2 hours into your day of traveling today, you see an 18-foot high plateau with sheer cliffs rising from heaps of boulders as large as ships. A narrow path is cut into the cliff face and seems to climb all the way to the top. I don't think I have any.
Is there a house at the top with balloons coming out of it?
No.
Oh.
In a different world.
So,
I can't absolutely wait to get mothered by fucking stone giants here or something.
As y'all are approaching this, Anite says, "That is Imbala. I have not known much about the place, but there once was a prosperous town there. I do not know if you wish to explore or if we should just continue on to Oralanga."
Well, the high ground that it affords might help me get a better lay of the land. But if it is ruins, then I do also accept that there is likely things in there that are dangerous as it is untamed, whether that be beast or goblin or things of that ilk. But I will leave it to my wiser friends to decide.
Is Zambara not the place that we were seeking?
We are seeking Uralonga, which is west of Imbala.
Oh,
I misunderstood.
same.
Well, we are wary that there could be things inhabiting it, and we can be careful enough if you wish to use the height of it to see where we are going next, get a better view, and also look at this place, if you wished.
I think that'd be for the best, just to get our bearings. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, we only know to go west of Umbala. If we head up there and see smokestacks from an encampment somewhere to the west, we at least know where to go.
That is kind of my thinking, that we might be able to find encampments or whatnot. I mean, I know that the weather is miserable again. Whether there is a fire today is a different matter, but if nothing else, we might be able to work out where Uralonga is from here.
Sounds like a good idea. Let's go.
So, going to trudge the path up to the top of Umbala.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay.
How far, like, how long is this path? Sorry, like,
So,
do I get a gauge of how long it will take us to travel?
all you can see, like, the plateau's 1,800 feet tall, right? And there's like a little narrow walking path up here, and it doesn't appear to go straight up, obviously. So, I mean, it depends on how much it switches back and forth. You can't really see it after a certain point.
Just for mechanical reasons, I was just trying to work out if I cast Pass Without a Trace, is it totally useless because we're nowhere near anywhere that it's gonna? Do you know what I mean? Because if it's like in the distance, I'm not going to cast it. But if we're like right on top of it, and an hour actually might make a difference, I might. Do you know what I mean? I'm just trying to kind of gauge how far. Like if we've still got more than an hour's travel to get to the path to then start climbing, I won't.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I'll say y'all are basically at the path, but it's a matter of how long the path will take to get you up.
And how much daylight have we got left?
Oh, plenty, because y'all come
Okay.
across this early in the morning. Y'all have
Cool,
only been
okay.
traveling for about 2 hours. I will say that you're fairly used to traversing terrain here in the jungle, and assuming no major hardships, you guesstimate that you could probably reach the top in about an hour.
What do we think, gang? Pass Without a Trace on the path up, or Pass Without a Trace as we get to the top?
I think nearer the top in the sense that, like, if we're being followed, we've been being followed for 3 days, and I don't think it's gonna.
Yeah, and I'm also just thinking, like, if it's a narrow path and there's 3 of us are furbolg, so we're like huge.
I'd rather be at the top and be able to hide from something that's up there than mask some tracks for something that has
It's been
potentially been
following
following
us
us for
3
days.
days.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Yep, no worries then. I'll do that if we get to the top then.
Cool.
Sounds like a plan.
So I have a box over here on the right hand side, but it doesn't matter because that's still too wide. Just go ahead, and I need y'all in a straight line because the path is only 5 foot wide.
Okay, and do you want us like how we did it last time? So like the line is
The line
the
will be
back?
the front for this
Right,
case.
I think it's wise. I think it makes the most sense that Medarin leads because I've been doing all of the. I think it's like Medarin Keller because we're the ones who've been doing the navigation. I think that makes the most sense.
I will.
I was gonna say I'll go at the back. OOC just mechanically because I have really high AC. So if something tries to grab me and hit me from behind me, I'm probably gonna be all right.
I will go next to Fern.
So
there.
we're gonna go Meadow, Keller, Inete, Briarin, and then Fern.
Yeah.
Cool. And
Like
are y'all
that.
staying close to
You
each
are-
other? Or y'all
you
keeping
happy with
space
that, Rob,
between each
or?
other?
Yeah.
I think maybe give us 5 feet each, just a little bit in case something falls down from the top, maybe.
So a space between each of you?
Yeah, just like
Okay.
5 feet,
Okay. Cool.
because we don't want to end up in some sort of like fucking rock slide situation and we all get taken off the mountain.
Yeah. Like an avalanche might happen or something.
Almost like I played a different game where something like that happened.
Oh my.
Right before we go up, I'm gonna get out the little strips of like fabric that are the ones that cast aid, and I'm gonna give aid to the 3 of you. Sorry, Annette, yet again, because it lasts 8 hours.
So it's
So-
5 max HP.
Yeah, you get 5 max HPs. I'm pretty sure Disciple of Life does not apply to aid. I'm gonna double check that, you know? I'm gonna go see if there's a...
I don't think it does because it's not healing. It's
Yeah, it's not.
It's like temporary hit points almost.
Well, it is and it
Like
isn't.
better.
But it's okay. So here's the thing: like aid, if you cast it on somebody who's missing hit points, their max HP goes up by 5, but they also heal 5. So the Disciple of Life would apply to that healing portion of it.
But
Yeah.
not to the max.
But not to the
Jeremy
max.
Crawford has said Disciple of Life does not benefit the aid spell. So thank you, sage advice, for that as well.
All right, cool. So we are trekking up a mountain.
Just as a caveat here as well, Kirk. I have the cantrip Mold Earth,
Okay.
which affects dirt or stone. So if there are patches that are like super duper loose, basically one of the things is that I can target something that is difficult terrain and make it normal, or vice versa. So if I need to sort of like shore up terrain, I will cast Mold Earth to do so.
Okay. Cool.
Just to give everybody it lasts for an hour, but that, you know, we're 5 feet apart. So if it takes you an hour to get 5 feet, then we've got bigger problems.
All right. So, this path is like the width of the path varies at different instances, and it twists and turns, and there are multiple switchbacks going up this path. There are loose boulders, tumbled down, and tangled roots and everything that block the path in many places. Y'all aren't being chased by anything. Y'all have the strength and the tools and everything, so that clearing the path isn't anything that will require a check. It will just take time. So in the effort of speeding things up, it's a roughly 3-mile trek up the top, which would normally take you about an hour, but because of removing the obstacles and everything, it takes you roughly 3 hours to reach the top.
Are we still carrying that boat? That canoe?
That's up to you all.
Like,
I reckon
is it-
we
Are we
leave
able
it at
to?
the bottom of the
Yeah.
mountain somewhere anyway for our own
We can just
sake.
like disguise it or whatever.
Yeah, we can put
I'm
a load of
thinking that
branches
might
and
be-
twigs on top of it, and if a creature happens to find it and steal it, then
We
fuck.
tried.
So
Oh well.
So
Would you like us to retroactively roll to hide the canoe, or are we all good to
I'm-
just kind of hide it?
we'll just say that you'll kind of hide it. I mean, because it's
Yeah.
plateauy area, tucked next to a rock, etc., etc.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
As you climb higher and higher above the tree line, you are treated to stunning views of the surrounding wilderness. I will bring y'all back to the player's map of Chultz and delete a whole lot of white marks.
Hashtag worth it.
So,
Wow, that far. Jesus.
I'm gonna Select
Little wiggly
multiple
wormy.
tokens here.
And on the bright side, now we've got an idea of what the terrain looks like. That, in theory, makes my survival checks a bit easier. So,
Ooh.
wow. And if we get that on the other side as well, maybe, then we're laughing. I don't know if we will or not. I don't know.
Whoa!
Oi, oi.
Hey,
This is a tall place.
this is
Jesus
a tall
Christ.
place. Wow.
Yeah, this place is...
This was well worth it. Well worth it.
This is well worth
yeah.
a detour for sure. It's just the point when there's a fucking ancient green dragon up here or something, but...
That's exciting though. I love dragons.
I don't
Even
think
being
I don't
killed
think
by
I
one.
like an ancient green dragon at level 4.
It's okay. They just hate elves. We leave Keller up here, and we all just
wow.
run. You clearly don't want to anyway. I'm
Disloyal,
just saying.
disloyal.
So I hang out with you arseholes for like...
Wow.
Well,
That's it, I'm coming back as your weird uncle.
Oh,
Weird
no.
uncle. It's
Who also wears a jockstrap? Oh,
I really
dear.
want Keller to come back as our weird uncle who got true resurrected as an elf. I know
As
that
an
obviously can't work for the game because of the resurrection magic,
Well,
but that'd
it
be
was-
so
maybe,
funny.
maybe it was years and years and years ago, you know, because elves do live hundreds of years.
I'm like, hey, what's going on, baby?
No.
No.
He's got a whistle in his teeth. He sounds like Herbert from Family Guy.
We're just adventuring in this jungle, huh?
I
So,
left Terran because of people like him. No, I'm joking.
Yikes.
I followed you for your sins.
Oh no.
Oh man, Oolonga's a long way away.
yeah. So,
Fuck.
there's something else that you're going to see.
Is that a battle map?
Yeah.
Roll initiative.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
Oh, spaghetti-o.
We're just trying to see if there's a...
I'm trying to work out the gradient. Oh no, it's a river. So actually, we could take the canoe. We could actually take the canoe up the river to Urlonga, which would make.
We'd have to detour down first, though.
We would a little bit, but not a lot.
Or if we
It's 5 days
carry
from
on
here.
travelling to about there, like from where we are to travel to
Yeah,
about,
I
and then
think we'd be
river
going
it up.
up river though. I don't know how hard that is.
Kirk
We
says.
don't know how
Well,
fast
Kirk
flowing
said
that
for
one is.
for the river show and star that the current of the river is so slow because this was, if you remember, this was Meadow's argument about getting a canoe in the first place.
Yeah.
And he said it was so slow that it wouldn't make any difference. But like, you know, I don't need to roll survival if we're on the river because my
Yeah, your survival.
my
stuff is
stupid survival skill.
ridiculous.
I've already rolled literally 1 under my max, by the way, because I rolled a 19 on that last one. My max is a 29.
Yes.
So, I think I'm just going to show it to y'all. So, you have Orlunga to the west. But, if you'll notice, over down here, I unblocked the Heart of Uptao. I'm going to go ahead and read you the description.
Ooh.
A massive chunk of earth and rock torn from the earth drifts over the swampy forest about 200 feet above the ground. A petrified tree towers above the stone with its stone roots protruding from the bottom. Between
That
the
was fun.
shape of the rock and the branching of the tree limbs, it creates the impression of a gigantic stone heart hanging in the sky. The impression is only made more gruesome by the red liquid dripping from the roots.
That place is metal as fuck.
Wow.
Is that your life tree, Keller?
Can't wait to go there.
Nah, mine's far more impressive and bigger.
Wow, even bigger than that. I've never even seen a tree that big before.
Much bigger than that, Fern.
So I will
Best
tell
believe
you
your little furbog mind.
That like you can
Being
see
better
over
at
this
the time.
distance, and you can't actually see like the majority of the water and stuff in the Aldanni Basin because there's a fog that hangs over it. But because of the fog clinging to the water and everything, you have a good idea of the shape and
Where it
size.
is, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
That. The description I need to read for
Quite a
y'all
lot of shore.
as y'all reach the top of Umbala.
Need no.
About 100 feet below the lip of the plateau, the path veers into a natural cleft in the stone face. Steps are cut into the 15-foot wide crevice. And I'm going to assume this is where you were going to cast Pass Without a Trace, or you're going to just go back down the plateau?
Do we think it's like? Do we actually think there's anything worth exploring here? Then, like, is there like remnants of buildings and stuff, or is it?
Right now, it's just an opening in the plateau with stone steps going up to it.
I think yes, Pass Without Trace here because we don't know what's inside. And
Are we
going to
go in
stuff.
though? Is what I'm
Ah,
asking.
yeah, I think it'd be nice to now that we're up here.
Yeah, we've come 3 hours up here. Why not? I will cast Pass Without a Trace on us.
Curiosity killed the furbolg. That's the same.
Curiosity killed the cowman.
As you travel up these steps, there are scenes of jungle predators, flying lizards, and erupting volcanoes carved into shallow relief in the stone walls, in ways that make creative use of the natural shape of the rock. As you reach the top of the stone steps emerge onto the top of the plateau beneath a once grand but now decrepit wooden gateway. The gates that sealed this entrance are rotted away, only their rusted iron hinges and reinforcing bands remain. And I'm going to do a thing here real quick. Let's get out of that. Move on to this. In their place are heaps of human skulls, picked clean of all flesh and bleached white by the sun. They grin up at you from the roadway and down from atop towering mounds.
Oh, suddenly this is the video game The Forest with cannibals in the woods. Love it.
So those stealth checks now, yeah.
Sure. Gotta restart Sirenscape so that the music will actually play.
Do you think that big weird tree heart thing is why the lobster folk didn't want us to go deeper into the swamp? Because it does look pretty spooky, and I would understand why they might not want us to go.
They said they didn't want us going in there because those who went into the basin inevitably got lost and died.
I think also
maybe the heart of Vupatar is something to do with it, but
could also be a place that they find or they keep sacred for themselves. Multitude of reasons.
But it's such an interesting tree. I want to go look at it. I want to put it in my encyclopedia. Harem Hasselfam would love to hear about something like that.
Well, if we continue to respect their ways and these people and their lands, and perhaps, get a chance to meet with them again and continue a positive rapport with them, we might be able to get that chance, provided it's part of their land. So I think if we keep doing what we're doing, Fern, you might stand a chance of going to see it respectfully,
She like hops up and down on the spot a bit and like claps her little hands together. And is just excited by the idea of potentially going and seeing this cool, weird tree.
I mean, I wouldn't mind giving it a look.
It's certainly a curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
So are we going to go further into cannibal country or nah?
How fresh are these bones?
They've been bleached white by the sun,
yeah.
so
So
not super duper fresh.
I feel that bones on display are a warning. Do not enter without words, as it were. It's up to you. I am willing to follow whatever it is that you want.
I want to cast Divine Senses.
Okay. You do not
Just to
detect
see.
anything.
Cool. Okay.
It's only 30 feet. It lasts for a while though, right, Rob?
60 feet.
No, the duration.
It's an
Oh,
instantaneous thing, I believe.
Oh, is it instantaneous? It does not last a while.
It's like a ping radar.
Oh, no, I'm
isn't it?
thinking of Detect Good and Evil. That's what I'm thinking of.
Mhm.
Which I think I might have actually.
It's whether you want to
No,
use.
no, I've got protection. I've got detect magic, but that's it. So, yeah.
Well, that's a good point actually, because we're Firbolgs. We actually have an innate casting
Yeah.
of Detect Magic. That might be wise for one of us to use it.
So,
Do we?
Yes.
y'all can all roll me a perception check.
Okay.
All of us.
Yes. I mean, anybody that's
Oh.
looking around.
Fuck
Yeah,
me.
all of us.
Of course I rolled.
Oh, beautiful 10.
My fucking goddamn passive perception is 17, and I rolled a nat 1.
I think I rolled so high because I'm so wide-eyed from seeing so much forest all at once. Just drinking in.
Okay.
Breathe.
I'm too busy fucking determining the age of the bones.
So, Fern, you'll notice that beyond these gates being a loose term since it's basically a wall of human skulls, that there is old ruined down structures, but there's no real structure left to this place that used to be a rather large village or small town. But there's only one structure remaining, and it's a lone hut about 1,000 yards southwest of the gate at the edge of a boulder field. The hut appears to be made from thatch and animal hides, stretched over the rib cage of some immense reptile. There are skulls and wind chimes hanging around it.
It sounds to me like it belongs to a hag.
Some kind of
Yeah.
druid type. Not meant in a rudeness to you.
No.
In a DM.
Yeah,
druid
no,
from a book sense.
I'm fully like, I'm fully chatting OC shit here. I have no idea. It sounds like a hag.
I'm just making notes. Hold on. There is one hut made of a rib cage of an immense reptile covered in skins, bones, and wind chimes. There you go.
Made of, but the wind chimes are made of bones. I'm pretty sure.
Prudence is really interested in going. Just so you know, OC, like I'd be really curious to go, but like Fern is quite an anxious, shy little person, so I don't think she's gonna make any move to go look in, and I don't want to force anybody's hand and make anyone go look that doesn't want to either. I want to go have a
at
little
a
investigate.
23 perception,
Mm-hmm.
you will then notice a creature shuffling slowly around the hut, hunched over in an animal-like posture. And it takes you a while of staring, but you realize that it's a hunched over old human woman.
I want to go say hi to her.
Oh, love, how's it going?
It's 1,000 feet away, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, let's not.
It's that trace on you, absolute wanker.
Look, I know the rest of you aren't really looking in this direction right now, but I'm pretty sure there's an old lady in that strange hut. Look, if you peep through this skull's eye socket in particular, you can see it perfectly. And she's in there and she's walking around like I mean, she clearly is doing quite well for herself, and I gesture towards all the humanoid skulls. But I don't know, should we go and say hello, or should we just, like, quietly back out of here?
What, to the lady who you think's doing quite well for herself because of all the dead fucking bodies everywhere?
Well, she
I
can clearly
mean,
defend herself.
yes, she can clearly defend herself.
But that doesn't mean she's inherently bad. What if the things she killed were bad? What if she killed a load of zombies?
Yes, and she's killed a fucking awful lot of horrible people, hasn't she?
I don't know much about humans, but I do know enough to know that skull motif is generally bad.
Agreed. And also, most humans usually are pricks. So,
Keller is also right. Humans are pricks.
Okay,
humans are pricks.
Well,
I mean, Fern, by all means, but I'd prefer to go the other way.
I would have to say I agree with you. Yes, even there is a sanctity in death that should be respected, and I think piling up skulls is not a sacred thing to do at all. And Fern is gonna like take one little step back and like nod to the others, and I'm happy to like defer investigating this place.
And as far as we're aware, this is all she's done to him. As far as we're aware, so
I think we
best
have
not
all
find out more than we
decided
Right,
need
hang
to.
on, actually. So, do you want me, OC question gang? I never use my wild shape as a wild shape. I always use it for my familiar, my little parrot.
Be a rat.
I could call
Be
my
a rat.
parrot to have a look, and like walk into the parrot and try and get a better look.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think we step away from the pile of
Ooh,
skulls.
I don't know if I need to concentrate on that. If I
round a corner somewhere so that if
Does
she
walking-
comes out.
Kirk,
you know.
mechanical question: would walk into the animal break my concentration? I don't think
No.
it's technically breaking my concentration, but
Nope.
okay, that's fine. So yeah, so I just don't want to do it and then lose pass without a trace. So
you do, then please be careful. Person is obviously quite adept.
I will use a wild shape and call my little blue macaw to me. And it'll come and fly and land on top of my staff. And then I will give him the instructions to circle the hut and see if they can get a good look at the person. See.
I have a question. Can I cast enhanceability on a familiar, or should I cast it on you, looking through the familiar?
It depends on whether Kirk will allow, because mental stats normally I think you keep in wild shapes, but
Yeah,
it's whether
I mean, like, it's
a bit tricky.
Yeah, so here's my thing.
Yeah.
You can either cast enhance ability on the familiar and use the familiar stats, or Josh can use his mental stats for perception. But the enhance ability won't transfer over to that.
Yeah.
my perception is +7 to be fair. So I think I use like a raven stats. So my perception as a raven is +3. So it's whether advantage with a +3 is better than a straight roll at a +7.
I don't know statistically
it's
what that works
negligible,
out,
isn't
but
it,
it's
I think?
probably very similar, isn't it? I will just forget the enhanceability thing.
Cool.
That's
Right.
fine.
Well, yeah.
No
So
worries.
I will give my macaw those instructions. Kind of let Fern know kind of what I'm doing. Same as before. Tug me, grab me if you need me, kind of thing. Put my hand on her shoulder, and then my eyes will go black, and I'll go into my familiar, and then my familiar will go do the lap and try and get a good look at this thing.
He does look really spooky when he does this, doesn't he?
Blind and deaf, so you can say what you like about me, honestly.
Little bit. So as your familiar approaches, you'll see like this old hunched over woman, and she's walking around to the backside of her house, where there are a couple of trees growing. Go ahead and roll me the perception check.
Don't fuck me.
Oh
Yeah,
nice.
24.
Okay.
Cool.
So, you will see that there is a grave on the side of the house that sits beneath a tree, that she walks by, and then she walks like into this back garden area type thing where there are a couple of trees, and she looks up into the trees, and a couple of flying monkeys hop down out of the trees and bring her
You're
some
joking.
fruit.
Oh my
That
God.
is witch shit if ever I saw it.
And
Literally.
so she'll take the fruit, and different things, and put them into the bag, and then she'll pat them on the head, and they'll pop back into the trees, and then she'll just creep her way back around to the front of the house.
So can I have a good look at? Can I get a more vivid description of what she looks like as well? Because that was one of the things that I was asking for.
Sure.
Is she like gnarled and
So
fucked up, etc.,
It's
etc.?
a human woman, impossibly old, crippled by arthritis, blinded by cataracts, with a dark face and bald pate outlined with streaks of yellow clay suggesting the shape of a skull, or perhaps it's her shriveled flesh creating that illusion.
Damn, she sounds hot.
Yeah, this fucking screams hag to Josh, but I don't think it screams good news to Medarin, obviously.
Just
Hot for a
to
human.
make it more vivid for you, I will give
picture.
you the handout.
Cool.
I'll give you all the handout.
Oh,
Ooh,
god
my
damn.
lord.
Oh, she's aged like fine milk.
And it's Nanny Poo Poo.
Oh. Oh.
Aged like a
She
fine milk.
actually, she looks
Pretty
fully sick as fuck though.
cool. Mm.
She like
That
I want to
surgical
go
art.
encounter her because Prudent Cersei is like she's fucking awesome, but in character I wish to stay alive, and she has a skull head and a skull on her and a
Necklace.
wall of skulls, and I feel like
She might
maybe
be a
we-
baddie.
I feel like maybe we should just let Nanny Poo Poo do whatever Nanny Poo Poo does.
Yeah. So yeah, once I've kind of seen all of this, I will send my familiar back to me, and I will unwalk from my familiar, kind of describe what I've seen verbatim. I think it is best to leave this person to whatever this person wants to do.
I think if she desired company, she could certainly find it. She can see where the encampments are from all around this vantage point. So
I would
Let's
like
leave.
on our way down to, I don't know, leave warnings to fellow travelers not to go up, that there is a dangerous lady at the top. I'm unsure how we could do this, but I don't want to leave here and other people come and then they die. I'd feel really bad.
Fern,
Well,
Fern, I'll be honest with you, love.
It's
There's skulls and shit everywhere,
Yeah, but
right?
have you-
Hang on. I'm not finished yet. Just a second. There are skulls fucking everywhere, right? If anyone, Larry or fucking Johnny, comes trampling down this fucking hill and they don't see that as fucking some bad juju, then that's on them and they can fucking go see that fucking old lady. But, like, do you know what I mean? I choose
Adventuring
life.
parties, they do stupid
Choose
things
life.
all the time.
No shit, but we are not one of those parties, so
Okay.
especially
Okay,
now that
you
Renee is
make
not
a
with
very,
us.
you make a very, very good point.
what would Eldaf do? Yeah, probably choose life. So,
probably.
like,
I choose life.
Eldath doesn't like fighting people, you're right, so I shouldn't disturb this lady. I should just follow the teachings of Eldath and calmly
Exactly.
leave and keep my nose out of other people's business. Yes,
Exactly.
you're right, Keller.
you know what Frankie says. So,
Really?
So y'all are gonna just turn right around and GTFO, right?
You know, like I think what happens is that we fully Abe Simpson out of the strip club, just like, and leave.
Cool. All right.
Oh,
So,
Frankie says relax.
since y'all have already cleared the path, it'll only take y'all about an hour to get down the plateau. So you have now traveled 6 of the 8 hours in your day. Y'all can travel on more towards Orlunga if you want, but you will still be in the hex of Mbala. And I did a very dumb thing, I believe, and deleted the party token.
Yeah, you did earlier, but I wasn't going to call you on it.
My
We
Oh.
don't exist. Ah.
We have ceased to be. Jihad.
This is why we're seeing Nanny Poo Poo, isn't it?
Yeah.
She's taking us to the next
But
life.
what it was is he expected us to go poke and then die. So he thought, proactively just.
Do you know who would poke? Do you know who would poke Nanny Poo Poo?
It's honestly
Your
it's
weird
because
uncle.
I was mass selecting the white tiles to remove them and didn't realize
Oh,
I had
yeah.
selected the party token as well.
Can we ban Rob from the chat, please?
If only we could.
You'll never take me alive.
Who said we wanted to?
So,
Death by Nanny Poo Poo.
while I work on recovering a party token, we're gonna go
You
ahead.
just time Rob out. Betrayal at the highest level.
Disgusted
Oh no!
and
Oh,
insulted.
we're off the rails, boys and girls.
So yes, I'm going to go ahead and send us off to a break, and we'll be back in about 15 minutes.
Yikes.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, everybody, we are back. We are back at the top of Umbala, leaving Nanny Poo Poo without any visitors. Poor old lonely Nanny Poo Poo.
She wants to be alone. She
Does
wants to be alone.
Does she?
She'd put out better decor if she wanted visitors. Fully.
Maybe she just really needs help with her interior design.
Maybe
I would love to
she's
come
just
back to
goth,
show
okay?
with a
She
group
really
of
did use
like.
good
Oh,
designer.
well,
She
now I feel
fully-
bad.
She fully took the advice of getting out the fine bone china.
Yes. Yes. She's drinking out of a skull that's all like, yes, this is what I've heard you do.
So, I realized that I missed something when I was describing views from the top of Mbala. But we're going to go ahead and make up for that now because y'all still haven't technically left the Mbala.
Okay.
Let me get a perception check from everybody.
That has actually landed cocked on my screen between a 1 and a 19. But it has counted it as a 1, so I'll take the 1.
17.
Okay.
But damn, you're a computer, you shouldn't be cocked.
Alright. So, what's everyone's passive perceptions, just out of curiosity?
17.
Yeah, I think mine's
14.
15.
Okay.
Yeah. So exactly what we rolled.
Then...
13.
Oh, little baby Keller can't see anything.
No.
Aw.
In that case, I didn't miss anything. Cool. All right. So,
Don't like
the
that.
night will pass. I'm not going to make y'all roll any watches or anything. I'll give you the forecast for tomorrow. Holy crap. I don't think y'all are going anywhere tomorrow.
Oh, great.
no.
It will be blistering hot, 48 degrees Celsius
Tropical
in a
storm.
tropical storm.
Yeah, no, fuck that. Absolutely under
We're
no
under the canoe.
circumstances.
Fully under the canoe.
If you warn me what the next day's weather is, and we know we're gonna have like a down day where we're all just fucking sat under the canoe, going stir crazy.
Well, I
might prepare different spells.
Honestly, I get my weather in the evening, so I presume that I just relay the like. You probably see me druidcraft.
Yeah,
then
yeah.
I tell you. So
Yeah, that's fine. Cool. I will prepare some different spells then.
Right. Is there anything y'all want to do at this day other than hunker down and try to not get murdered by the weather?
also try to not get murdered by Nanny Poo Poo. Also, honestly.
Okay. Well, all right. So, like, y'all traveled 2 hours away from Mbala after y'all reached the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, that's fine.
So, I mean, y'all are probably safe.
Maybe safe.
I'm going to prepare a whole person just in case she follows us, guys. She looked like a person. She might not be a person, but you know. She looked like one.
She looked like one, and that's informing our decisions.
Go ahead and kill the Mbala music. And
There was music just for Impala?
yeah, I've made sound sets for
that's
all
cool.
kinds of places.
We're going to eat rations today, right?
Yeah, I was about to say that we've got to eat rations.
Yeah.
So the reason I asked is because I might prepare. Oh, I don't have the components for augury. Never mind. I was like, oh, I'll prepare augury and do a little.
Yeah, you need a 50 GP something, don't you?
20, only 25 GP, so not too crazy. But yeah, I need some tokens, so it's
Some
fine.
bones and stuff, don't you?
Yeah, I'll not do that.
So
Oh, there it is. I thought I'd lost my food then. That was weird.
we're just hunkering down.
I'll try and keep. I think Briarin's going to try and keep everyone's spirits up by. She's got a flute that she's proficient with. Play a little bit of a flute.
All right. Let's see how well you can play the flute in a tropical storm.
Well, we're underneath the thing. It's just for us. We're underneath the canoe, aren't we?
Yeah.
In this-
Winds
Oh, okay.
whipping
Fair enough.
around, rain pouring down. Like
boo.
you aren't in a shelter.
It's gentle. It's gentle.
The hell it is.
Okay,
You've never
alright.
been in a hurricane, have you?
Me? No. What do I roll?
Performance.
Is it just performance?
Mhm.
Because obviously, if it's the flute with,
If you have proficiency, you can add proficiency to it.
well, it's proficiency with the flute specifically. So would it be performance and then adding the proficiency bonus?
Yes.
So +2. So whatever this is, +2. Wow.
It's about right.
Cool.
Oh, that's about right, honestly.
About right. Okay.
I mean,
Seems
she's
fair.
trying to play a wind instrument. in
tried.
A tropical storm.
I just stick it outside and let the wind play it. The sound of nature.
I probably lean on Nanny and accidentally nap for a while, somehow during the storm.
This might be a good time for Keller to bring out his broken bagpipes.
No. Yeah.
Do they
please.
actually work? Like, are they
We'll
fully
find
broken?
out.
Do it.
Yeah.
Meadow just casts pass without a trace because of
sounds
an
about
aura
right,
of
too.
silence, an aura of silence.
The exact same role as me. Amazing.
Oh, this is beautiful. All right. Well, unless there's anything else you would all like to do, the party token is back on.
I'm
the
gonna
corner.
do a little press to Eldath, but they're just like, please make this weather go away.
Ryan, I think you're a bit out of tune.
I'll give you the weather for tomorrow.
Puts his broken bagpipes away.
Tropical storm again.
I think they kind of sort of like really
Just turns into that scene from Whiplash where he's like,
Another day
not
of
quite my
tropical
tempo.
storm.
Oh wow, this
Fucking
is...
yeeting fucking cymbals at him.
Wow, Eldath did not listen to my prayers. I'm
She
no
did.
longer a cleric.
It dropped like 15 degrees and it's no longer windy. So
Well,
Now just...
You can't count the wind there because tropical storm has heavy winds in it.
Yeah, that's true. You can't have a tropical
well, it's still
storm.
dropped 15 degrees.
Yeah.
The temperature did drop, but it is another day of storms, so another day of rations marked
This
off.
is horrible.
Because I'm going to assume that y'all aren't going to try trekking in this.
I want to. I will ask Keller to tell us stories of where Keller's from. Because we can't write anything down or play any like cargoes, right? It'll just get blown away and wet. So we've only got oral tradition to keep us entertained.
Oh, you want oral tradition?
Oh, for fuck's
I knew it was
sake!
gonna go there. We knew it was gonna go there. Don't you have any stories from where you're from, Keller?
Tell us more about your tree.
Yeah, we've got a few.
We just look at him until he tells us. Just really
All right.
awkwardly.
So,
Goes to sleep. Yes. So, well, you know, there's a few bits and bobs here and there, but the centre of our forest is a massive tree. The first tree, the old tree, the old man, old bark, and it's that the roots and seeds of all the earth.
Does it have a dryad?
Stem
Do you
from.
have fairies in your on your trees? Like we have fairies here sometimes.
Yeah. Bit of a salt. I suppose they're a bit different to how they are in the jungle. But yeah, we've got all manner of things going on down there in the old wood. But yeah, we protect it. Some of the first elves in my forest come from there. They say they were birthed from the tree itself. Though
But
not
how
sure if
does
they're
a
just
tree
stories.
make a baby of an elf? That's silly. That's not.
Sap.
Oh. I suppose life finds a way, I guess.
Yeah, as we say in my old forest, sap finds a way. So yeah, and from there we were born and birthed under the comfort of the tree, supped from it. It gave us life. When it rained, it would collect water, and we would drink the water.
Oh.
When it invited beast and foliage, we would eat from that to sustain ourselves, and thus we grew. And the power that we sort of praise, well comes from this ancient tree.
Wow. That's amazing. You should come to Terrarium when this is all done, I suppose, because I think
well-
you'd really like it there. We've got trees too, and a very strange way of life. You should see Meadows mycology labs. They're amazing. So many mushrooms.
I'll tell you what, Fern, I ain't got much going on, I don't think, after this. The schedule's pretty empty, so I suppose I can pop down, say hello, spend a couple of days there, see your trees. Hey, maybe you can pop up with me and come to my ends, my wood.
Oh, I'd like that. I need to finish my book first, and then when I've done all my book, I can maybe start a new book all about your trees and your flowers and your plants.
Yeah, come and have a look. You can gander at our sap.
alright. Have y'all ever noticed that, like, when y'all are leaving some place that y'all really don't want to be, it's a tropical storm?
Yeah. Without fail, every time.
Leave Camp Vengeance, tropical storm. Leave Umbala, tropical storm.
Tropical storm.
There is a god who
Game's
is against us. Talos, probably.
I mean, in all fairness, Nana Poo Poo didn't fucking keep us hostage like they did at Camp Vengeance.
God,
Nana
yeah.
Poo Poo is definitely a better fucking host than
The
Twats
humans.
at Vengeance.
Yeah, she gave her flying monkeys little fruits and let them go out into the storm.
But I
So,
think
the
actually
next
they
day-
get
The storm will pass. There will be no wind, no rain, bright, sunshiny, 37 degrees, with 100% humidity, just killing it.
It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day.
So, let's go ahead and make some navigation checks, etc., because I'm sure y'all want to get on the road.
Advantage or nah? Do you want to lend your help elsewhere, Keller, or do you want me to roll advantage?
Nah, roll advantage. Get the fuck out of here, mate.
Are y'all taking the canoe again?
Yes.
That's a good job.
Can we ride down the hill on the canoe?
That's a good fucking job there, Keller. Thank you.
Look at these. This is our most successful day of travel yet.
Y'all are
Because
like
it's clear
so
and nice.
ready to be out of this place.
We need to leave.
Go ahead and move the party.
I don't know if it was the
temperature
storm or my story, but
Your story was beautiful. I found it very.
I'm gonna make
bro.
everyone stuffed flowers for tea. I had them in Greece once. They're really good. I'm gonna find some edible flowers and stuff them with other shit, and that's our dinner.
Other
So,
shit.
um,
The other shit part sounds really appetizing.
got some sap in
I
there.
will say that you need to create or purify water because
Yep.
no rain.
Yeah. I have created destroy water. I'll spend a casting of that. Boop.
Okay, cool. So that is yeah. That's that. There will be no trouble tonight, and we'll give
I like the image that I find a bit of moss and I squeeze it, and the water from the moss just keeps flowing and flowing and flowing till it makes 10 gallons.
Dig that. That's fun.
That
so,
was a damn piece of moss.
Why are you squeezing that bit of moss? Oh, I just don't like it. Puts it down.
so for your next day, the temperature will plummet down to 26 degrees. Heavy rain again.
This
Only light
weather's
wind.
all over the place, honestly.
You just can't predict it.
It's almost random.
I mean, you can predict it.
Well, it is predicted. I mean, the Druidcraft, it's exactly what it does. It's predicted. So let's go ahead and get some navigation checks, etc.
Fucking love that cantrip.
We heading.
29
Ooh, is that nat 20?
in that 20
Nice.
for a total of
Sick.
29.
12.
You are a compass.
Cool. Want to go ahead and move your party
When-
token then?
When Meadow really
we
doesn't wanna be somewhere, he's really good at not being there anymore. we rolled once and it was like we were fully in like heavy rain and it was like I just kept on rolling absolutely boss roll. And it was like I just put a gif of somebody being blown away by like a hurricane and some dude just like Naruto running into it. Like that was like fully what? That's
Life is
fully
like a
Meadows
hurricane.
energy.
Uh,
We reach the river next
Okay.
cloud, I think, and
Cool.
we're good.
I have a question for you, Kirk. I know it's a bit out of the blue, but it's because it just sprung into my mind. I do have a herbalism kit
mhm.
and proficiency with herbalism. I was wondering if I can try start figuring out what goes into insect repellent salves and just begin the process of like figuring out how we would make our own so that if we're ever caught out in the wilderness and we've all run out, I could make everyone some
So
on the evenings, like an hour at a time over the course of weeks. I don't mind.
if you want, then each time we camp, you can go ahead and make me a wisdom check with proficiency.
Okay, cool.
Just to see how well you progress with that.
Right, I will bear that in mind. Thank you.
All right. So we've done survival. You do manage to get enough food for people, but it is a sparse meal.
I hope you all filled up on flowers yesterday. I didn't manage to find quite as much today, and I'm sorry. There were only these kind of half-rotted dragon fruits. I don't know what grows in the jungle, if anybody couldn't tell.
These jungle apples are really
Bananas.
nice.
These jungle apples, yummy.
All right, cool. So we'll go ahead and do the camping.
Papayas grow in the jungle, right?
There's tomorrow's weather.
My herbalism check was bad.
Yeah.
Suddenly, loads of flies.
That's just like Meadow just walks over to you at one point when you're just like fiddling with a mushroom, being like, this goes in this, and I'm like, that is straight poison, my guy. That
We're
will
just gonna
kill a
take that.
furbolg of your size in about 3.5 minutes.
Oh goodness, really? Oh, silly me. Will you take it off me, please? I don't want to touch it anymore.
Oh, I fucking love Fenrir.
Just gonna castless a restoration on Fern Erin so she's not poisoned by this horrific found.
Excellent. Okay, cool. I'm not gonna make y'all roll because nothing's gonna happen tonight. Let's get navigation checks, etc. for the next day.
Nice.
Nice. Cool.
Fucking ration. Sorry, lads. Fern is slowly becoming worse.
27.
Cool. All right. So you can make it into your next hex. Y'all do need to mark off rations.
I'm on 69 insect repellents, everyone.
Nice.
Hey,
Nice. Wow.
You want to go ahead and roll for tonight's thing? Because I'm going to give you all the weather for tonight.
What happened?
There we go.
There it is.
That's a 26 because it's a +2 for my proficiency as well.
So, like, you think you have a pretty good bead on how to make this, maybe. You're not entirely sure. You're not entirely sure you have the ingredients, but you can now start, like, you have ideas of a couple of plants you can look out for when you're foraging to help
Right.
you. All right. So the jeez, man, these dice either love y'all or hate y'all. I don't know, but I can't get anywhere near a random encounter. So navigation, we don't need to roll because y'all are on the water.
Nice.
So it's just a matter of foraging. Yep. And perception.
Perception.
We're eating good tonight, lads. Why are there so many nat 20s in
The
this?
fish are
Wow.
just jumping into the
Wow.
boat.
One hits Keller in the face.
Whatever plant I found that is like an insect repellent is a fish attractor.
Yeah.
Fishnet.
Fish nip.
Fish nip.
So, tomorrow will just be scattered showers. You want to go ahead and roll me that herbalism check again?
Oh yeah, sure.
Because it's a process.
It's a 21.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. There will be no encounters again, so let's get foraging and perception for the day's travel. And you can go ahead and move your party token.
Rob, you're so happy with yourself.
such a bad joke.
And we eat like shit again. I
Anything
hit
is
and
not
I
possible.
miss big time.
So here's a question actually, Prue, because Rob doesn't need to help me with survival when I'm.
But he does have to
He's
steer the boat.
rowing.
Oh, he's rowing, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
We're on the boat
I
again.
forgot. Yeah.
When the moon hits your eyes.
Is this one of your
Okay.
elven
So,
songs?
yes, everyone
Yeah, mate.
mark off ration.
We take our the songs of our people very
Or if you
seriously.
don't have a ration, let me know so I can start
Beautiful.
marking exhaustion.
I'm beginning to run on rations.
I've got
Yeah,
10.
yeah. I've
I've
got
got
5.
as of now 2.
Yeah, I've got as of now 5.
Okay. So you will make another days of travel, make camp, and there's your forecast for tomorrow. You want to give me the herbalism check again?
Yeah, I might ask Inete tomorrow to help me with. It's 25 to help me with survival rather than perception because I don't want us to run out of rations.
If not, my next roll is going to be initiative.
All right. If that's what y'all want to do, that's fine.
+5. Just saying.
So, you are sure that you have the right plants. You are sure that you just need to find a way to bind this all into a salve to apply. And once you can figure out how to do that, you will be able to make insect repellent.
Yes. Okay.
Right. So, we don't need navigation for the day. You can go ahead and move the party token. We do, however, need foraging and perception. I believe the foraging is going to get the advantage this time.
Yeah,
Perception's flat roll.
Inete, do you fancy holding the other half of this fishnet? It turns out one person holding a fishnet is not very helpful.
Sure.
Great, thanks, Inete. You rock.
Dangles it over the boat.
Come on, Prue.
I'm.
There we go.
Hey!
Thank goodness for advantage, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
That was so personal. Come on, Prue. We're starving here.
There's your forecast for tomorrow.
Fucking granny's all skin and bones.
Go ahead.
I
And
absolutely ripped Granny.
I like to think she's sinewy.
let me get
She's
the
like,
herbalism roll.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Granny's that like old guy fit.
yeah, she's like not
It's only
hench,
a 13 this time.
Yeah, you just cannot figure out a good binding agent.
but, like, wiry.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she was a bit of a glamour nana. Like, you know, in the 50s, she was a bit saucy.
So-
What? Bro? No, she's always been a little bit rough and ready.
Let's
Because I'm proficient in nature, survival, and medicine, and I'm proficient with a herbalism kit. Can I approach Fenarian, which is having problems, and be like, ask me tomorrow, and I might be able to help because I know a
Yeah.
few different plants than you do.
sure.
Oh, thank you, cousin. You're ever so kind. I'm sure I can make some wonderful insect repellents, and I won't keep messing up the food. I promise. Inete's a really great help. Sorry that we've had to eat horrible
So
ration jerky.
I just thought like maybe it's not a matter of the fact that like Fern can't find food. It's maybe that while she's preparing it, she's getting all this stuff that she's been doing to make insect repellent onto this stuff, and it just tastes horrible. So you all refuse to eat it.
Ooh. This is delicious.
Meadow wouldn't want to hurt his cousin's feelings.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, Brian
So
sort of
meek.
like
Meadow was just so
is
meek and just
delicious.
won't do
And
anything that would hurt his
popping it
cousin's
into
feelings.
the water. Yeah, just sleight of hand into the water.
Won't lie to you, Fern.
You will.
Let's go ahead and get foraging and perception rolls
Rolls.
for today.
Rolls initiative.
+5. Fuck.
I don't. Where's my other survival roll? Oh,
Fucking calm tonight.
fucking hell. Jesus.
So you have food.
Just about.
Barely. It's just enough to keep you going. All right. So you will be leaving the river this next day.
Yeah.
With heavy winds and scattered showers. Chilly 26 degrees. But it is not hard to get where you're going. So you can go ahead and move the party token into Orlunga.
Just Fern get to make her herbalism
Oh
check.
yes, you can make your.
Yeah, I've only been waiting to not do them in case you're like a Brachiosaurus shows up or whatever.
Give me an herbalism check with advantage if Meadow's gonna help.
Yeah, Meadow will help.
It's a 21.
Cool. All right. you are confident that you can make salve, but it will require you to actually take like a day to prepare the stuff.
Yep. Got you.
I think like Meadow probably like sits with Fern and was like, I think you have the right plant, and then like Druid grafts it to its like so it's like past blossom and it's like into decay, and as it goes into decay it gets sort of like viscous and sticky.
Oh, cousin, it's always a bit gross when you do that.
I know, but look, and then I just like wipe it on her nose. Like look,
No, yuck.
but now it sticks.
Okay,
That's
you
what
make
you were
a
missing
fair point,
before.
although please don't put it on my nose again. Yeah, we can hang out with my little Nestle and Porter. Yeah, right.
Excellent. Water,
Pestle and mortar, and muck around making a tiny bit of salve,
Okay.
but only a tiny bit,
So,
not a portion.
let's get a foraging and perception check.
Do you need the survival check because we've come off the river into Orlanga? Or is Orlanga
No,
like on the river?
It won't be hard to get where you're going.
Okay.
You'll understand.
All will be revealed.
Okay. Alright, so we have food, but we're blind. Alright. Cool. However, about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, got about 2 hours of daylight left. You come out into an opening. A massive brick and stone ziggurat rises from the jungle. 2 staircases angle up and across the front face, one from the right, the other from the left, to meet at a landing on the second level, 30 feet above your heads. This layout repeats on the second level and the third level, but with each successive layer adding less height than the one below. The fourth level, 60 feet above the jungle floor, is an enclosed shrine or temple, its walls adorned with labyrinth symbols. The jungle encroaches right up to and onto this ancient structure. The first flight of steps are choked with creepers, tree roots, and flowering vines. It might have been surrounded by a city long ago, but the jungle is so dense that it would take hours of searching to find buried foundations and tumbled stones.
This is quite the feat.
It is certainly impressive. Does it look like it's inhabited? Like, is there people around, or
No light or anything coming from any of the levels.
No.
Can I squint up at the religious symbols and see if I know what they're the religious symbols of?
The only symbols are labyrinth symbols. You should have recognized from a rumor about Utao.
Yes. Uptar's the creator of Chult, right?
Yes.
In legend. Yeah.
Fully don't remember this, so you'll have to.
So the rumor, I believe, was that Uptao was the ancient god of Chult who left Chult, but he might bless you if you trace a complete path through mazes and labyrinths.
He's David Bowie. I get it.
Who do?
You do.
Do what?
Remind me of the babe.
So,
we did it, guys.
do you want to?
Or an a cappella group.
We're a bunch of fucking nerds.
Finally made it here. I apologize for nothing.
Do y'all want to camp, or do y'all want to attempt to go up this ziggurat?
What time of the day is it?
It's
2 hours.
We got about 2 hours until it's dark.
What's obviously I know you said that like they go up and then they like plateau and then there's like another set of steps. Is there enough space for us to go up a set of steps and camp on one of the plateaus? So we're not on the
Maybe.
jungle floor.
Possibly.
I reckon we should just try that. That sounds good to me.
Would
Yeah.
it be wise to do that?
Possibly, possibly not.
Just thinking, because if we're elevated and we make a fire, then Or a
We are,
burning beacon.
yes.
But then we also have the high ground. Bananakin.
Just so you're aware, like, there are steps and all that going up, but it's all covered with roots and vines and creepers.
I reckon maybe we camp on the ground tonight, but we start like gently removing some of this stuff to clear a little path.
I tell you what we could do.
As
If we've
part
got a
of our
couple of
rest.
hours, if you guys are happy putting up camp, I can call my little friend and I can do a little bit of a scout.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Because I've got, I can stay in his eyes for 2 hours. So, and that's all we've got left of the day anyway. So I could just summon my McCaw to me and start like scout, seeing if working out what's in the little cubby holes and that kind of thing.
Ryrin says to Medarin, would you like some assistance with that? I too can do something similar.
What can you do? Just out of interest.
Is this where we find
so
out
you
I'm
would-
her familiar?
Yes. I walk into Keller.
Just walk. Go, Keller, go!
Go, Keller. So you two would probably know that Byron can do. There's a speak with animal spell, which I can find an animal near me, basically. So
Like Beast Spawn, have you?
and then Beast Sense, which is see through. So I can give it a like befriend it and ask it to fly around to look at the stuff and see through its senses. It's only 10 minutes though. Actually, it's probably not as good as the other one.
Yeah, I mean, I can do like mine's
Yeah.
mine's literally like a find familiar for 2 hours.
Yeah, let's. She'll still suggest it, but then during sort of discussion of it, she'll probably go.
Okay.
I think perhaps maybe not.
If you are agreeable, I will start looking. Obviously, I will be blind and deaf, and I won't be able to help set camp up.
I think we have that covered.
But that gives us a couple of hours bird's eye view.
So, just to give you an idea here, I have this drawing that y'all should all be able to see now. Basically, it's a ziggurat. It's an old Mayan type thing. The first thing here is 30
I
foot high.
can't see
Yeah,
anything.
can't
It's
see.
just black.
Let me change the dynamic.
I'm
lighting.
blind. Hey.
Can you see now?
Now it's all white.
I can see a piece of paper.
Yeah, it's just white.
Yes, let me move that to the appropriate layer.
Hey, oh, it's very colourful.
Yes, I did this that way.
Retro
Color
ziggurat.
coded the things. Obviously, it's not square blocks. It's kind of slightly angled. But the first thing is 30 foot high, but the steps, because of the angle, are 50 foot worth of steps. Then the next set is 20 foot high with a 33 foot steps and 10 foot, and then there's the little temple shrine area thing on top that has the labyrinth wall, the labyrinths carved into it. And so that's kind of what you're looking at. But it's all old, like stone and brick, and there are vines and creepers and all kinds of plants growing all over the bottom of it.
Jungle core aesthetic.
Okay. Are there any little like cubby inlets or whatever? Like, is it literally just like
It's
steps,
low.
plateau, step, plateau, step, plateau?
Mhm.
even all the way at the top, there's no opening to anything.
There's
There's
an
a shrine
opening
at
at the top.
Cool. In which case, then I will find somewhere comfy to sit. Walk into my little bird, and fly straight to the top and see what I can see from up there. Like if I can see into the little shrine, or
So you fly up, and you're familiar with flying. And no matter how much he flies, he never gets closer.
like, from where though? Like, does he not go beyond like the first level? He doesn't get 10 feet beyond me.
He can go up. He just never gets any closer to the ziggurat.
Oh,
Interesting.
it's a puzzle.
Oh, man. The problem with us is that we're fucking team wisdom. Like, paladins proficient in wisdom, barbarians have some wisdom, cleric and a druid. We're all wisdom.
That wisdom.
Yeah, boy.
Oof.
In which case, I might as well make use of my wild shape and scout, kind of backwards of us a little bit. If my bird can go that way,
Yep.
see if I can work out if there's anything. There's no fucking like T-Rex crashing through the underbrush close by, that kind of thing.
There does not appear to be. Like, you will notice, like, an occasional pillar sticking around in the forest, or, like, a crumbled corner of a wall. Like, there was obviously a city around here, but the jungle has swallowed it.
Cool. In which case, then I will bring myself back. Well, my little friend couldn't get any closer. There seems to be some sort of magic protecting this place that I couldn't get a look. Doesn't seem to be any immediate danger though. No T-Rex or large predators that I could see. Obviously,
None of those horrible gorilla things.
well, not that I could see. I'm not ruling it out, but obviously it is their jungle as well as mine, and they know how to hide in it. But I have fairly good senses when it comes to that kind of thing. As for the ziggurat itself, we are blind, and we'll just have to see if we can walk closer tomorrow.
But it is useful information to ponder on tonight.
I think that the labyrinth symbols possibly have some sort of power that will divert us elsewhere, or means that we can't
Perhaps
scout ahead.
to approach it itself, there has to be a labyrinth. Maybe we can only approach it from one particular direction or
Direction.
something. I know the rest of the town has been swallowed long ago, but perhaps we have to trace a path through what was once a town. I don't know for sure, but I would, on a hunch, whoever builds a temple this glorious to Uptow will have put in some kind of clever maze before you can even get to the top. However, I can't even see the maze, so I don't know how much of a useful thing that is to say.
We possibly just bed down and get a fresh crack at it in the morning.
Sounds like a good idea.
There's tomorrow's weather.
I'm going to prepare find traps.
34 degrees and sunny.
Wow.
No wind.
Nice.
It's gonna
Beautiful.
Be hot.
Baking hot whilst we get lost in this labyrinth that we can't leave.
That's a good point, actually. I don't. Well, as a druid, I likely don't have anything that's handy to.
I might grab find traps and enhance ability. They seem like useful things for a maze.
I always stock enhanceability.
Because I mean, I have locate object and stuff, but there's nothing we're particularly looking for here. We don't.
That was
know
what I
why
was just
we're
looking
here.
at. I was like, and obviously, if we're just like the entrance to where we want to go. It'll just be like 100 feet that way. Like, do you know what I mean? It's
yeah,
not.
exactly.
It's not. It's not find the path. It won't find us the route.
Yeah.
And that's also like a 6th level spell. So pretty sure.
Well, obviously you don't need navigation to the ziggurat.
Nah, I mean, if Meadow can't find that, I think we're in fucking trouble.
So, what are we doing in the morning, my fellas?
I think we should try and approach the base layer of the ziggurat and see if there's a single point where we can get up close and look at the walls and things and see if there are any strange entrances or markings on these lower layers that are covered in vines. I'd be curious to see. And also I can write down a couple of the flowers I see here. They look to be a little different from ones elsewhere in the forest. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I write my book. We look at the ziggurat.
Sounds like a smart idea.
Right. So, approaching the steps.
Yes.
You proficient in nature, Fern?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Meadow also proficient as well.
I specifically asked Fern because she's looking for plants and flowers.
Oh, right,
of that
yeah,
nature.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought we were actually like approaching the ziggurat for our like
Yes.
adventure.
Yes, y'all are, but Fern. It does the things.
Thanks.
While y'all are approaching, you notice these orange and purple orchids.
Ooh.
But yes, you reach the steps of the ziggurats, and they are, like I said, it's steps. They're stone steps, but they're just covered up with like tangled roots and vines. You know, typical jungle trying to swallow the stone. What do you do?
We go ahead. Just try and walk up, don't we?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Wait. Hold on. Before you try and walk up, I might cast find traps.
Okay.
I will display in VTT for you. So anywhere within 120 feet of me, I can sense traps.
Fucking hell. That spell is underwhelming for a 2nd level spell.
Yeah.
You boy.
You do not sense any traps.
Okay. Well, I don't feel anything. Eldath isn't guiding me away from this place in a dangerous sense, so I trust her and I trust my magic. So please, Granny, go ahead. Just be careful, okay?
I'll take heed. Granny's gonna put 1 foot on the step and see if anything happens.
No, it's
No.
just it's difficult terrain.
She's gonna start making her way. I'm assuming then she's gonna go first. I've got good perception as well, just in case.
Do you want to roll divine senses?
Your divine sense is overwhelmed.
Okay. Cool.
Is this a consecrated or desecrated place?
It is consecrated.
So just as Byron's about to sort of like step forth as like, hang on a minute. I'm a little bit divinely overwhelmed here.
personally or this place?
This place.
He's just full Doctor Who. He's just got radiant light coming out of his eyes and his mouth.
I mean, the place feels consecrated, so there's that. But just thought I'd let you know.
And this is did Medarin no, who was it that got the information about what god or
Me.
oh, so Fennerin. Did you pass on that information?
Yeah,
Jules?
definitely will have done. I will just talked about Uptow and how he's the god creator of Chulton, blesses those who complete labyrinthine maze challenges, I suppose.
You also know that he abandoned Joel.
Oh, and he also, GTFO'd out of here. And his heart is apparently floating around.
I don't think it's floating anymore somehow. I think it's probably stationary and made of stone with blood dripping out of it.
Yeah.
Actually. Should we continue?
We need to seek the wisdom of the person who is here. So I don't think there is any way for us other than on, otherwise we are back to square one.
Let's go then.
Nettie, are you happy to keep coming with us?
She's gone. She's left like last night. We just didn't notice.
I do have questions. Perhaps if this place is a place to receive answers, I can find some information about the dreams I've been having.
That was why we came here in the first place, wasn't it? So
we'll protect you as always.
Best of our abilities. Let's go.
Alright, so how are we proceeding up there? Is Briaren going up on her own, or are y'all following after?
Bye, Granny.
Bye. Do you want to, I take it everyone else is following me.
I mean, yeah, I have a +7 to my perception, so I'm probably pretty fine to be close.
Let me put it this way. What's the marching order and
the
spacing between everyone?
That's what I'm trying to work. That's why we're having this discussion, I'm pretty sure.
I can go towards the rear this time if people want to protect our butts.
I will go in. I will fill whatever slot is empty in the middle.
So it's just between Briaren and Medarin about who goes first.
I'm guessing that my perception is probably higher than yours, but if I fall into a trap, I'm more likely to get whomped by it.
Yeah.
I've only got 27 hit points.
I've got an advantage on dex saves, so just in case for traps and things.
So I guess
got
it's whether we
+5 to perceptions. So.
Yeah, I mean I think the advantage on the thing, even if it's slightly less than my perception, is probably better for you to go ahead of me.
Yeah, sure. So Briaren's gonna go first, and then Medarin, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I don't know where our NPC friend's gonna go, but
Your NPC friend always goes in the middle of the group.
Yeah, she can just go in the middle.
Makes sense.
All right, so Briaren's going first, Medarin's going second, then Annette, then Fern, and then Kella. Okay, are y'all staying close to one another? Or y'all keeping that 5 foot of space between y'all like y'all were?
I want to stay close this time if we can, because if it is gonna try bamboozle us and separate us, which I think it might, I'd rather we were within we could touch each other, touching distance.
Okay. Briaren sees the wisdom in that.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Cool. All right. So, you start walking up the steps, and it is. Who can you check the Zoom chat, please?
What did you say? Sorry.
Can you check Zoom chat, please?
Oh yeah, sorry. Do you want me to reply in Zoom
Yes,
chat with my
please.
voice? Cool.
As you're walking up, there are roots and vines and everything else and it's difficult terrain. I mean, like because roots will turn underfoot and everything else, but you're climbing up. Um, After about 10 foot, there are like thorns and everything that are in the vines, and for as you proceed, you're going to start taking slashing damage from these vines.
Perhaps this is the labyrinth. We have to find a way through the vines that is a route without thorns. Maybe?
I hope so.
I'm gonna like crouch down and start like feeling around and seeing if there's any direction where the thorns aren't growing.
Um, are you going to go past Briarin? I mean, because I assume once Briarin starts to take the initial damage, by the way, take 2 points of damage, um, that she's going to stop. So are you going to
Yeah.
try to go around
yeah,
her?
no, okay. I was just gonna like, no, I wasn't. I was just gonna like pop down and just start like
Where you are, there don't appear
haplessly
to be any thorns.
feeling around. And I was just hoping others might want to follow my lead, but you don't have to.
No, I'm happy for you to investigate these plants. You seem to be have quite the affinity with plants.
Will you lend me a hand? Your name is Briar after all.
That is true. Yeah, I'll give you. I'll help Fennerin find a path that has no briars.
There is no path.
Damn it.
Perhaps we have come up the wrong side. Maybe we need to
two
travel.
staircases.
There are. Let's investigate around this place until we can find a path that is clearer, if there is one.
That sounds very wise, Granny. Yes.
Heading back down the staircase, going around to the other side.
Mhm.
Same thing. You get up about 10 feet after difficult terrain, and then you encounter thorns.
Can we cut them away?
You can try.
I will give an experimental. I've got a hand axe, an experimental hack at some of these thorns and plants.
Okay.
And see if they come away all right enough, or
So you cut into it, and the vine falls away and immediately regrows.
we have an issue.
We burn it.
I don't want to really set a fire in a thick part of the jungle. That seems.
I mean, it's bright.
I think also on an
Everybody's
OC perspective, I don't think anybody has that kind of magic. We're not that way inclined.
Yeah, but we've got torches, flint and steel, oil. Yeah.
We do.
Let's try.
Right. So what are we doing? Tossing some oil and setting a fire?
Lighting torches. I assume we all have torches.
Yeah, we could like hold torches towards the thorns rather than like just torching the thorns themselves. I think that's a good
kind
idea.
of scan in front of us, see if that works.
So while you're holding the torches to it, they start to darken and then heal up, and then darken and then heal up.
Uh-oh.
How thick are
Brian,
these patches of briar?
What's that?
How thick are the patches of briar?
They're probably about 2 foot high, climbing up the steps, but they're all encasing the steps.
So there's no like way to forge a, like you can't. It's not just a case of you need to just push on. Maybe that is the case, but so here's my other thought then. On the so there's these weird like pillar things. Oh no, it's all on a gradient, isn't it? Fuck. So it's not even like we could climb the side, like scale the side.
I mean, you could try.
But I mean, there's nothing for purchase, is there?
It's stone, you know. So like there's you could catch your fingers in between ground. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not
Doesn't
like
seem.
a cemented wall with no cracks.
Um, well, one second. I'll try this, and I'm gonna like blink my big furball eyes and cast the furball detect magic, and I'm gonna
You are
see if I can
blinded by magical radiance.
coming from the ziggurat.
Yes.
I'm gonna turn away from the ziggurat and look out across the town because there's nothing down there.
Aura of magic, is it?
Ancient.
Just old weird
Not
magic.
actually part of a school. Cool. Okay.
So
Sometimes magic could just be like that.
it do be like that. So perhaps the sacrifice
Everybody can
that
roll
we
me a
have to
perception
make
check.
Okay.
is potentially that we get hurt on our way up.
18.
17.
Meadow and Keller. While y'all are looking around, do you notice this 1 foot tall Chwinga with a mask that resembles a triceratops head, carrying a large orange and purple orchid? After a moment, when he realizes that you see him, he runs up the steps. As he runs up the steps, the thorns move away around him and immediately close behind him.
It's the fucking orchids.
Beg your pardon?
No.
Did anyone else see that Twinger?
I saw it.
No.
No.
Yes, I saw it. Yes.
Just fucked off up there with an orchid, and the thorns just passed. Just separated for him. So it might be either that or it's just the fucking Twinger being a wanker, but it could be the orchid.
They're never wankers. They're really nice.
They're good.
Well, yeah, no, I know, but you know what I mean.
They're also good luck. Let's so
Thanks,
we
mate.
Yeah, can we go find some of these orchids?
Stand up, fella.
Yes.
Yeah, it's alright. I'll have a beer with him later.
Please be careful. I've never seen anything like this before, and well, once you pick an orchid, you can't make it grow again. So I really don't want to pick them, but if we have to, we have to, and so be it. But
I can
only pick one, okay? And don't
I think
hurt any
we
of the
might.
rest of them.
I think we might need more than one.
I only meant one
One
each. Yes. I just don't want to deplete such a beautiful area or such
Well,
a unique
If it
flower.
makes you feel
Fern,
better,
can we not lay something else in its place as like a swapsy?
I can also.
This isn't me doing the holy stuff. This is me doing how flowers work stuff. When you pick a flower, you can't just put another flower there. That's not really how that works. Oh, but
Well, I'm trying here, right?
Meadows just sat here like shifting his eyes like
Yeah.
Druidcraft.
yeah, I was
like,
about to just be like, but you might be onto something, Keller. Maybe Meadow can make the flowers bloom again. And
Yeah.
not be in pain.
Look, I know I don't look that smart, but come on.
Yeah, let's go see if we can find a flower each.
So
grab a and I'll Druidcraft them.
we have plenty of people that are proficient with nature and everything. So it'll take about 30 minutes for you to find a flower for everybody. But you will each have a flower.
Yeah, I will also Druidcraft like the stems and stuff to
Thank
just
you.
try and make them not like basically have massive open fucking wounds and stuff that they'll get infected in.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
So y'all head back to the steps with your flowers. And
Fern is definitely holding hers in two hands, like to her chest.
as you approach the steps, all including everything, including the vines and all that, were impairing your way up the difficult terrain. That first 10 feet, it all parts around you as you go to take each step, and goes to close behind you, but then there's a person behind you, so it stays opened up until the last of you is passed. You make your way all the way up to the top of the first section.
Ooh.
Up. So you are now at the top area here. I assume y'all are going to head towards the second set of stairs.
I'd just like to have a scoozy round
Okay.
because if there's any more like weird flowers, or do you know what I mean? Like, 'cause it's, you know, if this guy's the god of mazes, it would be weird to have like the solution for the puzzle to all 4 layers kind of thing. So I just want to have an explore when we're on a new layer to see if there's anything that's like that might offer some sort of guidance on how to pass through the next section, whether that's runes or whether that's flowers or whatever.
So, I mean, there are lots of vines and flowers and plants and birds and I mean, it's a matter of knowing what the right thing is.
There is certainly different stuff up here than there was down there. It's not like
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So what we seek is probably here. Okay. Is there anything like in the carvings on the walls that might offer a clue?
So, looking at the walls and the stairs appear to be crumbling from age and decay. Like it's all pitted and there's rubble.
Okay. Let's try the next bit and see, I guess.
Yeah, we can just try to walk up, says Furnace. She's like weaving the orange and purple orchid into her flower crown.
Alright. So, as you attempt to climb these steps, the pressure of your foot causes them to crumble into gravel.
Careful, careful.
But like when you take your foot off of the step, it's a step again. There's no additional rubble there.
So here's a weird thing. And I mean, Meadow, not super clever, but puzzles are sort of meta anyway. I want to go to where like the walls have crumbled, and I want to like scrape some of like the dust, and like put the like basically like coat my boots in the dust, and see if and try walk up the steps.
No, the minute you start going up the steps,
yep, same thing again.
Yep. Everyone roll a perception check.
Okay.
It's just the point where we'll nat one and die up here.
Yeah.
19.
18.
Fern is just looking at like flowers and plants so intensely, you know.
Everybody but Fern.
Well, even me with a 12.
Even you with a 12. The DC is 12.
Oh.
See this nearly foot-tall Chwinga with a mask resembling a chameleon's head.
It's a big one.
Carrying an orange and purple orchid and a red parrot feather. And it races up the steps.
Fucking feathers this time then.
I will, through a combination of my Furbolg like innate ability and my speech of beast and leaf, I would like to see if I can try to persuade a parrot to give us if one of them's molting to give us one of its feathers each. If it's if its feathers are molting or something.
I will tell you that you have a high enough passive perception that you don't need to. There
Okay.
are feathers lying around
On the floor.
Yeah.
Cool. Grab a bunch and then hand everybody a feather. Then I guess.
Cool.
I think then the solution to these riddles, this labyrinth, will always be around. We all just need to watch for these swingers.
So you all make it up this next set with no problem because you all have a flower and a feather.
Does this layer have any flowers and plants on it?
No.
Okay.
As you reach the top of this area and go around to the next set of steps, the stairs are in excellent condition, but swarms of snakes slither over them.
We look for the swinger.
Why did it have to be snakes?
Anything.
Roll that perception check.
God damn it. Granny's doing terribly. Well, I mean, 12 hit it last
I've
time,
rolled.
so maybe.
I have rolled one higher than Keller on every single one of
Literally,
these.
I've noticed that. Almost like a one. Just saying.
Right. So you have all gotten used to this process now, and you are all oh, screw this. We're not walking up snakes. Where's the Tringad so he can tell us how to do this, right?
Where is
And so you all notice a Tringa standing basically in the middle of your group, right?
Oh.
And its mask resembles a mongoose face. It carries a red parrot feather
It's Taco.
and an orange and purple orchid. At the bottom step, the Twingo whacks a snake with its orchid to make it angry, then strokes the snake's flank with the feather to calm it down, then lies down, facing the snake, whereupon the snake crawls through the mouth of the mask inside the Twinga. The Twinga then slithers up the steps like a snake, untroubled by any of the rest of them.
That's where we draw the line. We're going home.
Cousin, I think you're just gonna have to turn into a snake and do this on your own.
Meadows. I think Meadow. Yeah, sure. Meadow trusts such a winger and isn't terribly unfamiliar with turning into animals if he needs to.
Is anyone gonna let a snake slither in their mouth?
Meadow
Real
probably.
talk, though.
Does it gotta be the mouth?
I will. I mean, honestly.
Ella.
Okay, right. So
Wrong
I
with
will.
you.
I will boop it with my flower.
Mhm.
I will tickle it with my feather.
Mhm.
I will lie down and I will open my mouth.
And the snake will
Oh.
slither inside.
Playful secrets.
And then do I feel different? Like, do I feel like I can slither?
I feel like you could probably slither.
Then up the stairs I go.
And
Oh,
up you go,
oh
and the
boy.
snakes part
Oh,
around you,
boy.
and you get to the top with no problem.
I can't let him go alone. Oh goodness! And she's like, boop, stroke, eyes closed, mouth open, just like ah.
Same thing.
Oh, this feels oh, and then whee.
Inete will follow.
So we're
And Nete's brave, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's brave.
And that's
It's
just sort of like
more
yep,
that
that's what we need to
Inete
do.
believes that whatever's at the top has answers for the thing that she can't figure out.
Yeah.
Well, I'll see you guys later then.
I think
Keller
that's very fair.
definitely
I think
scared
it's
of
completely
snakes.
fair.
Fine, Keller.
Fuck. Boots, strokes.
Boop, stroke, ah.
Are you sure you need to go in there? Oh!
Oh, hold on, I missed something. I need everyone to make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw.
Oh no!
Okay.
because my con is not good, guys.
17.
Did it roll mine?
DC 10.
Oh,
I
sorry.
literally hit 10. Literally. Oh boy.
My con
Oh,
is so bad.
boy.
No.
Burn.
Oh
Oh.
no!
Oh.
So, let me say,
Well, it's been fun, Fern and Meadow.
You have
since-
lay on hands, just as a reminder.
Do I?
when Meadow attempts it, he tries to swallow the snake,
Oh.
fails,
Hashtag gag reflex.
Oh,
that's
man.
imply about
takes
power.
14 points of psychic damage.
Oh boy.
Psychic.
That is
they're not
more than
really
half my hit
snakes.
points, boys and girls.
Would you like to try again?
No. I mean, you gotta.
Okay,
but...
then I guess if you try it, take all this damage, are clearly in pain, I might not have tried it. I'm gonna
Yeah,
level.
I'm going to assume that Meadow's gone first. The rest haven't gone yet.
Yeah. I will cast Cure Wounds on you though,
Oh, thank you.
straight up.
Do need that really
There you
bad.
go.
11.
I have 11 HP back.
So before Meadow tries it again, he is going to sit crisscross applesauce in front of the snakes, and then like meditate for a couple of minutes and like sort of try and get himself so he's not like crazy pumping and sort of doing his like druidic like I am, none of this, animals are all part of the life cycle, it's nothing unnatural, it's fine, and then I'll try again.
What Constitution?
My god fucking sucks. Fucking hell. No, 7.
Oh,
You
Jesus.
just can't get your mind to wrap around the idea of swallowing a snake.
I'll fucking do it though. Meadow is stubborn.
Okay. One second. Let me try and patch that up again.
And I'm also going to cast Enhance ability on myself.
And there's 15, and then also I will cast Bless on you three. I've used up my first level spell slots for the day. You all have D4s to add to attack rolls or saving throws.
So how much did I get back from the Cure Wounds? But 15.
15, yeah.
Oh, that's good. So I've got 15 back and I've got 10 hit points.
Mhm.
And I've got a D4. And I've got advantage because of the bear's strength or whatever it's called.
I believe in you. You don't get advantage on saving
Right.
throws with enhance ability.
Oh, it checks. God damn it. Oh well, fine. Well, I mean the 10 hit points are probably fine.
And you've got a D4.
And I've got a D4. All right. Meditate again. Let's go again. $11.
Add your D4.
10, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a DC 10, but
Might as well add it.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Nice.
12.
You open your mouth, and the third snake goes in, and you can feel it squirming, and you want to gag so hard, and your eyes start to bulge as you get this sensation of panic. But you know you have to do it, so you just barely manage to push through.
Barely.
This
This DC increases, so had you not gotten that bless, you would have failed again.
Eldeth, be praised!
Good girl.
Yes!
Boy.
Love you, Eldath, forever.
So, Meteorin makes it up.
Lovely.
Fern went next, I believe. Are you still going to go after
Yes,
saying all
but
that?
maybe I wait here so I can heal those of you that need healing and offer aid to those of you that need aid, and then I'll go last. It's fine. And if I can't make it to the top, I don't get to enjoy the top, and that's fine. I don't mind.
Okay. So real quick, because Um, it's a.
Didn't actually do a bad job.
She failed.
Oh no,
So
she
I'm
probably doesn't
rolling
have
her
that many hit
damage.
points either.
She goes
God.
unconscious.
Oh!
Inete, no. I'm gonna cast a second level fucking Cure Wounds on Inete. Oop. There, she gets fucking 17 hit points back.
Yes. So she will sit down on this step and go. I can't. No. I cannot do it.
It's okay. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it either. We can stay here. It's fine.
No.
We can ask my cousin to get answers for you if you need answers.
If you can do it, then go. If you have questions left to you, if you could inquire after the Red Wizards in Aldanni Basin, I would appreciate it. But I cannot do this.
Okay. You stay here. You stay safe. Don't push your boundaries too far, Inete. I like you. I don't want to be carrying an unconscious you down the side of the ziggurat.
All right. So will Briarin go up?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
you
Meadow
passed
can't
yours,
look
so-
after himself.
Yeah, she's gonna with a look back at Federin, she's just gonna pat her on the shoulder and just go, don't be unnecessarily risky. If you feel that you can't, we will come down.
Of course, yes. Good luck, Granny.
So
Take care.
you already.
And I will pass. Oh no, I won't give you a guidance because that will lose the bless. I will leave the bless up. Jeez.
You
and then-
you
and
already
then
passed
Briarin.
yours. So
Yeah.
Like first try, Brian's like, I've eaten snakes before. It's how you
I've done
survive.
worse.
Whatever. So what if it's still alive? I'm forever years old. Who cares at this point?
500 years
Fully
old.
like that.
This shit.
And just right on up. Will Keller follow after?
Ella will follow after, yes.
And Keller's like, be fucking damned if I'm letting these furbolgs outshine me, and like pushes the snake in faster.
Like,
Um,
No gag reflex. Amazing.
I knew it.
Had many
Gosh,
years on
that
this
makes
earth.
so much sense.
So,
Yikes.
Inete will look at you, Fern, and cast Bless.
Is for
On you.
me? Cool. Thanks, Inete. I will try and squiggle wiggle worm my way up. I guess I failed that first
Yeah,
one.
you're gonna fail the first one because even with a D4
Ouch.
you won't make it. So,
Roll me some damage, please. Go ahead.
Oh no.
I have
18.
4 hit points.
Hold on.
No, wait, what?
Hold on.
Hold on. Hold up.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Yeah, Inete.
Inete
Oh,
will
Inete.
heal you for 9 and
Fucking
ask
legend.
if
How
that is
close?
sufficient or if you need more.
How close is the is this staircase more than 30 feet?
33.
No, 33 is the other one. This one's 20 foot
Oh.
long. I can't do direct. I couldn't
That's
scale it. It's 20 foot.
Mm.
The staircase is 20 foot long. Like it's 10 foot from this platform to the top of that platform, but the stairs are 20 foot long.
Okay.
I will give Fern a healing word.
Oh, thank you. Save it for if I fail this time around, though. I would rather I was brought back from unconsciousness than just feeling like very, very sick and uncomfortable with what I just done. And I will try again. It's just a con save, right?
Yes.
Wait, that's not the right button. That's the right button. There we go.
Yeah, even with the D4, you're not gonna make it.
Oh no.
Yikes.
No.
18. I am unconscious this time.
And...
No, I'm not. I have 1 hit point. Hell yeah.
Yay! Thank you, Meadow.
Thank you, Meadow.
It is.
I'm going to.
She'll get 5 more healing point because she's like, I'm out of first level spells.
Yeah. I'm gonna stay down here with her.
Is there anything you want us to ask for you?
Annette asked that we inquire about the red mages.
Red wizards, yeah.
Yes, I think red wizards, but don't forget to ask about the soulmonger.
Okay.
Alright.
I'll hang out with Annette and share a water skin and chat shit while these lot do whatever they're gonna get up
We'll
to.
talk religion. Yeah. You can talk about
we'll
Aldanni,
talk
and I'll
religion.
talk about Savros.
Yeah, beautiful.
Alright, so the shrine atop the ziggurat is a simple rectangular structure of brick. The outside walls are decorated with labyrinth symbols of Ubtao. Beyond the open doorway is a barren, dusty room. But any character that has a passive perception beyond of 13 or higher notes the aroma of incense.
Smells up here.
So,
Smells nice.
are you going through the door or just chilling? Who's
Yeah,
going in?
I think going through the door.
Just before, hang on. What? One second. I want to roll a perception, see if I can find a twinger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where are the Schwingers? Schwingers know all.
Just in case. 8, no, fuck, no. No, there's fuck all here, go on.
Alright. So is everybody going in? Everybody that's up there?
Yeah, I'm following.
Yeah.
Hanging lamps illuminate the room, while incense burners fill it with exotic scents and curling smoke. Cushions and reed mats cover the floor. Pots of blooming flowers line the plastered walls, and singing birds flit from plant to plant. An immense snake with iridescent scales rests on a heap of cushions opposite the doorway. It rises slowly to a height of 5 feet, staring directly into your eyes as it moves. Its face is remarkably human-like, and its tongue flicks before it speaks. I am Sashar Nabasa. What do you seek in this ancient place? Speak truly, for I hear your hearts.
Alright, Governor, I'm Kelakiel. This is Medarin and Briarin. Nice place.
So
I cannot answer for my companions, but I seek answers.
that's what you're looking at, just so you...
Cool.
Oh.
Ooh,
Very
Oh,
cool.
damn.
was it like that?
Right.
Nice.
What a saucy boy.
You have questions?
Many.
Sit and we talk.
Yeah. Meadow will sit. Take out his little teapot, and like blossom some mushrooms and make tea and offer them out to everybody, including the Naga. I know it's got no hands, but I will put it somewhere that it's like, where it can
Accessible.
put its face into a cup or whatever if it wants it.
What did you come here for?
There's a bowl that sits in front of it.
Yeah, like I'll
Yeah.
put some tea in the bowl for it if it wants it.
Briarin will sit. sit with Meadow.
Um,
Oh, hang on 1 sec, Med. 1 sec. Governor, obviously, I'm about to ask a question, so I understand what may follow as to your answer. But if we ask questions, what's the cost of that? Is there a cost?
If you have arrived here, have proven worthy of knowledge.
Ask away, Meadow.
we will try to not take up so much of your time.
Time does not matter here.
There is a great blackness in this land that will consume all light. It has been referred to as the Soulmonger. Do you know what ails Cholt and how it may be defeated?
The Naga's eyes roll to the side of its head, like each in a different direction. The tongue sniffs the air. I believe I know what it is that you refer to. There is a creature, for he is not a man anymore. Rasnisi and his young tea. They scheme the end of their world from their lair in Omu. That lies between the peaks of flame and the valley of Lostana. It is sunken below the jungle. Rasnisi is the one who is also responsible for the vast amounts of undead that plague Jolt from his first uprising. I recommend that you find Rasnisi and kill him as punishment for his past atrocities and to prevent any possible reoccurrence. The eyes will turn back to Snake Eyes.
Thank you for your wisdom. I have but one more question, and I don't know if my compatriots have any either. We travel with a priestess. What's the name of her god? It's not Savras, is it?
Yeah, it is.
It's Savras, yeah. A priestess of Savras, plagued by dreams of red wizards in the Aldanni Basin. She came seeking answers, and we too have become involved in her plight. Oh, what know you of these red wizards?
So when you mentioned that Anete is a disciple of Savroth, um, the Saja lets out this snakish chuckle. Those of the deepest faith in other gods often struggle to reach the sanctum of Uptao. But I shall give you the answer. In the heart of Uptao, an evil similar to Rasnasi resides, plotting to steal from Rasnasi and conquer the world for their own ends.
A similar being in terms of. You said that Erasnasi was no man but a thing. Is this person the same, or are they on the pathway?
Rasnasi has been changed to be like his Yanti followers. With the power that Rasnasi has bound himself to is similar, stronger than the darkness in the heart of Uptao.
Josh is not a fan of this. Thank you for your wisdom. And then I'll turn to the other two and, see if they've got shit they want to ask. I think I've done the important ones, right? I've asked about the Soulmonger, I've asked about the Red Wizards. Is there anything else that we needed to ask?
I believe you have found the answers that we needed. You needed. I did not come here with questions. I came here to escort. Look at Keller. See if he's got anything.
Just having a think. I don't know if it's worth asking if there are any other beasts or beings or whatever in this jungle that would assist us with what's going on, or if there's any whose lands particularly are being corrupted or distressed by these two lovely people that have just been mentioned here. Like these, them lobster folk. Do you know what I mean? Like, if there's anything that we should be aware of, and perhaps that could be a route to help out the jungle at a greater sense. I am talking to Medarin and Bryarin, sort of just open chatting, just to make it clear that I'm not asking a sort of question.
Questions about allies as well as foes is likely a good course of action. It is very wise of you, Keller.
Perhaps you should ask whether the lobster folk, whether or not there is a way to persuade them to help us in our cause. Or if indeed they themselves need help to be convinced.
Yeah, like, I'm not expecting it to be easy, but Governor.
What is this elvish word, governor?
Is lobster folk that roam these jungles, are they are very protective of their lands and what they own, understandably so, but they are friendly nonetheless, and they have aided us. I wonder if they are in any particular way in danger by any of the nonsense that's going on, the evil that's corrupting this vast jungle, and if perhaps there would be a chance for us to help or aid them, or for them to aid us in the greater fight that we have here to rid Cholt of the evil that corrupts it.
The Naga smirks when you mention the lobster folk.
The great enemy of the Naga.
Shit!
I'm not sure if it was their god that they pissed off. I think that's what they're laughing at.
Yikes.
The Aldani are greedy and selfish. Ubtao cursed them for their sins. They are in danger, as is everyone in Cholt, and perhaps beyond. They will not offer aid easily, but as any greedy, worthless creature, they can be bought.
Well, I thank you for your wisdom, and I apologise for my naivety on the subject. Is there perchance any allies we should seek out that you feel would be of benefit to ridding Cholt of this evil? Or a direction or a people that we could seek out? As you said, everyone in the jungle is in danger, understandably.
There is a man who wanders the land seeking answers. He travels with a friend who speaks no word but smells. In him, you could seek assistance, but you must find him. The Aragokra of Kirsabal may have an inclination to assist. But the burden of getting their assistance would lie on you.
Understood. Again, thank you for your wisdom. I think that's all I've got, really. Byron?
That is everything that I think we are going to require for the moment. I also give our gratitude your wisdom.
If you are going, let me give you these gifts. Saja will slither up to Meterin. Coil themselves around you without touching until their tongue lightly flicks the side of your neck, and you will feel something materialize around your neck. And it feels like a leather cord, and there's a weight at the front of it. And Saja will do the same for each of you, except for Keller. It rubs against your sword and doesn't lick your neck. The blessings of Uptao be upon you. Depart and find safe haven. May you bring an end to Rasnasi and the dangers that threaten Jolt.
I will bow deeply.
I'll follow suit.
And kind of almost like without like that kind of like like leaving a king's court kind of thing, like bow and not turn my back to them, and leave.
If you fancy a drink after all this is done, maybe we can swing by and celebrate.
You may never return.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, farewell to you, sir, and good life and health and all that. Yeah.
Blessings of Uptao upon you.
And to you, mate.
Cool.
Cockney elf.
And to you, mate.
So I assume y'all are going to leave, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Down the apples and pears. Apples and pears.
Down the apples and pears.
Fern Aaron, you are sitting with Annette.
Do I get eaten by a T-Rex?
Yeah. T-Rex goes through all the trials to get up.
The sun rises, midday, evening, it's almost night, and your friends still have not returned.
They've been gone such a long time, Annette. I wonder what they're up to.
I do not know. Perhaps they have encountered another trial which they could not overcome.
Perhaps it is best if we go down to the bottom and set up camp for the night now, in case they come back, and then if they're not back by first dawn, we go all the way back up and we look for them.
Perhaps we should make camp here. It took quite
But
a
the
bit.
snakes are right here, Annette. I don't want to make a camp right by the snakes.
Y'all have been here for hours, and the snakes have never left the step.
Okay, yeah. I'm happy to make camp with her here then. That's fine.
But
Her reasoning is we had to go through all that crap to get up here.
Yeah, but now we have both the feather and the flower on us. It was my thinking. It'll only take us like
But her thing is
10 minutes to leg it back up
there's
the
only
ziggurat.
2 of us. Why would we camp on the floor where all the dangerous things are?
Oh, okay, I understand. Yeah.
T-Rex with a fucking flower and a
Prudence
feather.
and Fern only have an average intelligence stats.
So, you will set camp. I'm going to put up the next day's weather, even though Mederin's not there to give it.
Tropical storm. We are staying here, boys and girls.
No,
We
I
are-
did want to ask.
Not
as
a tropical
joke
storm,
if-
because it's only a tropical storm if the rain is heavy.
Oh, right.
I did want to ask
can't.
as a joke if the Naga knew what the weather's going to be like for the next couple of days, but decided against it.
You would have to explain to the Naga what day you wanted the weather from.
Oh shit.
Oh damn! Yeah, because he was like, time is like irrelevant.
Yeah, and you only got a fucking day. It's gonna be.
A day
you're
so
gonna
far.
come out
A
of there.
day
It's gonna
so
have been a
far.
year, and I'll have fucking gone home.
I will point out that because y'all can't go back in, y'all were literally outside of time.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's wild.
Insane.
Shit, we're gonna have to go out to Terra to get Fern because she's fucking gone.
Yeah, innit?
So,
A lot more zombies out here than I remember.
the morning will arrive.
I'm gonna want
And
myself a long rest. Hell yeah.
As the sun rises, Keller, Briarin, and Meterin step out of the door.
Briarin looks young.
You've been gone ages. What the fuck?
Fern, I'll
She-
tell you what, that orgy was fucking immense.
Fern like immediately folds her ears down. Nope, don't want to hear
You
it.
just use the F word, like.
She,
So-
I was
Orgy?
gonna retcon that I probably didn't use the F word. Prudence used the F word.
For the three of
Fern
you that
definitely
went
didn't.
inside, there are no stakes on the steps. There's the stairs on the second level are completely whole, and the third level has no vines or anything on it.
Okay.
Annette and Fern don't believe you, however, because they still see.
Lol.
Well, I mean,
Lol.
as long as they've still got their feather and their flower, it should be fine. So,
We hope.
It's morning.
So,
Only in
because
there for a few
we're
moments.
already 20 minutes past 10, let me go ahead and tell you the gifts that you got from Sasha.
woohoo!
Ooh, yeah.
Oi, oi.
Right. I'll start with Keller.
Oi, oi, oi.
Keller,
Plus one sword.
for the next 9 days,
9 days.
your sword is as from Charm of the Slayer. And I will post that up into the Roll20 chat for you.
Thank you.
I'll let you pick whether or not you want dragon or giant.
Cool. I will have to look that up.
It's gonna deal extra damage to creatures of that type, so do you want to do
Oh, okay.
more damage to dragons or giants?
What do we see more of?
Yeah,
You haven't seen
I think-
either yet.
I was gonna say.
So I think conventional wisdom would say that when you fight a dragon, you really want the extra, but you are likely to fight more giants than you are dragons.
Hmm.
Meterin. You're the weight on the front of your leather cord is a piece of carved stone that is a bear with a hawk on its back and a unicorn peeking its head out across over the top of it.
Okay.
It is a charm of animal conjuring.
Nice.
And I will post that into the chat for you.
Awesome.
Pretty cool.
That's sick as fuck.
Thick as fuck.
I'm a conjurer druid that's never conjured an animal. It's gonna be so good when I get to 5th level and I get my 3rd level spells. I can do that all the time.
This is how you learn. This is how Medarin learns it.
Yeah, I just learns the spell from the
Yeah. So like, oh, this is how you
Briarin,
do that.
the stone hanging from your necklace is an owl. And this is yours.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Sort of like look at it. Does it appear on the necklace she already has? Because she has loads of totems anyway on a necklace, or just a separate,
It's
just
separate.
whatever. Yeah.
I hope I get to
Like,
keep the necklace even
admires
when the
this.
charm vanishes,
Yeah.
like when the magic wears off. And that's a cool ass. That's a cool ass piece of. It's a cool ass piece of jewelry. I like that.
Yeah, Briarin has all these sort of like animal totem pieces that are carved from like wood and stone and bone and things like that on her anyway. So they'd totally be like adding to the,
The aesthetic.
collection. Yeah, the aesthetics for sure. Awesome. What a wise snake. I suppose we probably tell Annette what was said about the Red Wizards.
Yeah, I think we probably just info share everything, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I don't know why I specified. Just all of it. Info dump. Here's what happened. Blah, blah, blah.
All right. She. This sounds. This sounds like a problem, but. Well, you have already fulfilled your bargain with me, and I merely accompany you so that I do not hinder your own progress. I do not. I do not have a way to deal with such a thing, but the knowledge is good. Perhaps when I return to Port Nyanzaru, I can speak with Grandfather, and he can help guide me on how to deal with this. If I make it back to Port Nyanzaru. But I thank you for using your question to ask for me.
I am all too happy to help. Yes.
We were not limited in the amount of questions we could ask, I believe. But we are glad that it has given you answers that you sought. So the other thing that was told to us about something about I was trying to write it down as you were saying it, and for the life of me I just can't keep up. Lives between a peak of flame, and that's all I got.
Peaks of Flame are in the east, I'm pretty sure.
So,
They're like
There was
behind the
There was
heart.
something that had a name, but I missed the name, and it's between a valley, of which I also missed the name, and the
Yeah.
peaks of flame, but buried below the jungle.
And that's where this
I'm
guy
guessing
is and
that's the
his
two.
1T followers.
Yeah.
And that is the thing that is causing the problem around Terrorin, which is what Briarin is going to be interested in mainly. Obviously, she's interested in all of it, but
so So, it's the she pointed you towards Omu. Um, and I'm gonna move us back to the map.
Just so we can see what's going on.
Cool.
So peaks of flame are dead in the south, look.
I'm guessing it was the Valley of Lost Honor was the valley it lies between.
Yes.
It's over here somewhere, lads. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. So Peaks of Flame, Valley of Lost. Okay. Whew. It's a long way.
On the bright side, we can take the river, a good portion of it.
Mm.
What was the spelling of where the Aarakocra were from? The like Kiersabal?
Kirsabal.
Thank you.
Yep. Right. Well, I think that's been a rather productive game of D&D, even if we didn't get into any fights. The encounter dice sucked. Like, the encounter dice did not roll above 10 for most of the game. I'm like,
Sounds like matter.
yes. So yeah, if you'll notice Kirsabal's on the map.
Okay.
Right. Well, I'll answer any further questions y'all have about any small things during our wrap up. Let's go ahead and tell the internet goodbye and do some outros. We'll go ahead and start with B. B, how'd you find tonight's session, and where can we not find you?
You cannot find me anywhere. No, you can find me here. That's about it, really. Gesturing everywhere, but no content at the moment. Yeah, I found obviously awesome session as always. I love playing with you guys, and looking forward to see where this story's going. Yeah, that's it, really. It's all good. It's all gravy, baby.
Josh, how about you? How'd you find tonight's session, and where can we find you?
It was good. I liked him. It's fun, and I like all the people, and everybody's fun. And I like my big cow man. He's baby. You can find me everywhere on the internet at Singularity Josh. Whether that's Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, whatever floats your boat, really. That's pretty much it. I'm here on a Friday, and when Neve's better, I'm also here for the rhyme game as well. So yeah, that's me.
Cool. Undead Gamer, how about you? How'd you find tonight's session? Where can we find you?
Great session as always. Absolutely, really enjoyed it. Some fun role plays as well. Some cool little puzzly ziggurat nonsense, which was always fun to do and deal with. Kind of sad that we totally poo-pooed the granny poo-poo stuff. However, like fuck all that nonsense.
Yeah,
Get out of there. So, but OC, I'm a little bit sad that we don't play characters that were like, fuck it, let's go say hi.
Yeah.
We chose life. But yeah, I am the Undead Gamer on all the things. Gamer without the E. I'm a streamer on Twitch, so you can find me there, twitch.tv/theundeadgamer. I haven't streamed this year yet, still, so I need to get on that and do the thing. So find me there at some point. But to see when I'm going to be doing the thing, find me on the socials, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at the Undead Gamer, and follow my shenanigans. I need to get better at this internet thing. So, yeah.
Excellent, excellent. And last but definitely not least, Prue, how did you find tonight's session and where can we find you?
I really enjoyed myself. Thank you, Kirk. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone else, as well. It's always lovely to play with you. You're really nice people. I am Proopy Pants everywhere on the internet. Like Poopy Pants with an R. So I also am sad that we did not hang out with Nana Poo Poo. But, you know, sometimes gross, ugly potential hags are probably gross, ugly potential hags, and we shouldn't mess with them. And I also play other TTRPGs all over the internet. So you should follow my personal socials if you're interested in seeing me on anything else. I play Rogue Trader, which is like the Warhammer 40k game, on Tuesday nights. We're going to be starting a Cyberpunk game on Sunday, Cyberpunk Red over on Chasing Tales. And yeah, Chasing Tales is where I began my little adventure, and it's where my friends all hang out. So Chasing Tales is also a cool place to go if you want to see even more TTRPGs, I guess. We play D&D 5e. I don't, but they all do.
Ooh, right, well, I'm Kirk, the Celtic Cajun, and you can find me here on my channel for some reason. Every Friday at 7 p.m. GMT, running this game with these crazy people who I love to death. But if you want to keep up with everything that I'm doing, you can follow me on Twitter at Kilted Cajun. And yeah, so that's a thing. Gonna go ahead and roll some credits and see if I can find somebody to raid. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.